episode of All Wings Considered is brought to you by Livestock. Well, howdy there, Trail Poke. I'm driving a load of authentic Tyralian zebu from Anher through these here lonely star trails. And what kind of livestock you done got there?
Oh gosh, mister. Well, I'm moving these here delicious cows from New Constantinople.
New Constantinople? Pfft, get a rope. And now, here's Ben and Jason.
Hey everybody, welcome to another thrilling episode of All Wings Considered, the only weekly, multi-hour, partially scripted live Wing Commander webcast where the hosts outnumber the viewers.
That was a fantastic switch up. I'm not going to lie. I appreciated the difference that time. That was good stuff. I'm stuck on the end of the desk. My apologies.
So welcome to episode 26 of All Wings Considered. It is hard to believe we've been doing this for at least half a year now.
26 times?
Yeah, so thank you for sticking with all this.
It has been a while.
Yeah. So how are you? You weren't here last week. Where were you? Were you at some sort of colloquium or a symposium? Or
one of those college words. Yeah, no, I was at the Naval Academy for a symposium about naval history. Got to see a lot of cool panels. Actually got to chair a panel because a professor wasn't there, so they needed someone, and the person running the symposium is one of my good friends, so he was like, do you want a bullet for your CV? Here you go. So that was kind of fun. I got to chair a panel on Canadian naval history in the 20th century. I got to learn about an American ship that was captured by the Japanese and then recaptured, and I even learned that the famous, where is Task Force 34, the World Wonders? Mm-hmm. The World Wonders, some guy figured out exactly what officer assigned that padding and discovered that the real reason, the guy just picked it at random. Because he didn't go to a school that teaches you how to pick padding, not to work with the rest of the message and stuff. So it was this really crazy story where you're like, wow, because this guy was kind of rushed through the war, this is what it really comes down to. We finally answered that.
I'd always heard it was a possibility, but it's interesting to know.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. And here, do you want red or blue?
I'll take red for Ben.
I don't know how that works. So this is one of the random things that one of the tables had.
Okay.
So now you have an American flag. Oh, that does not come. Oh, it's that side. They're only one-sided. Yep, I picked that up, I think, from either Naval History and Heritage Command or the Society for Military History. So now you have an American fan.
Thank you. My tax dollars paid for this fan.
Probably, yeah. And I didn't tell you about it just so you could capture your surprise on the stream.
And what a week to celebrate America. A totally normal place where everything is just fine.
In the Navy, everything's fine. Everything's fine in the Navy, so we're good to go. But yeah, that's where I was. It was a lot of fun. I watched the stream that you guys did without me, and I will say, now that I see Hobbs in Wing Commander 3, I can't stop noticing that his main is not layered. Which is something I would have never, obviously, yes, you guys are picked up on. I know one, I do a
Thought
one.
we'd be talking about that aside.
I thought that was a great comment, to be perfectly honest. That was interesting. But yeah. So how have you been?
Not bad. I had a pretty uneventful week. Allie and I saw At Astra, which I thought was really, really good. I see why people hate it, but I thought it was really good.
That's cool.
You saw my parents, just normal life stuff, so nothing too exciting to report here.
Gotcha. Well, you had an American flag fan.
Yes, this is very exciting.
Remember that episode 26, the American. Anyways, what's our lead wing commander?
Well, we've got all sorts of Wing Commander stuff to talk about tonight. We've got all sorts of Wing Commander games to play.
Yeah, gameplay.
The truly ridiculous thing.
4 games. Actually.
We've got 4 different games we're going to look at tonight.
This evening. I forgot about one.
Not 3, not 5, but 4.
It's a solid number.
So that's going to be fun. We, as we announced last week, we're going to be playing the Lycanda series of Wing Commander 3 in a little bit later. We're going to be playing the Start of Righteous Fire.
Yep. Buying lots of stuff real quick.
And then we have 2 wild cards, too, that we're going to look at first as part of the aftershocks from the Afterburner slideshow. So let's
Aftershocks from the Afterburner. What has happened? Are you breaking people's windows over? You're not supposed to break the sound barrier.
Galaxy Brain Ben today.
That's all right. I'll be here for you all evening.
All right, we're going to the Afterburner slideshow right now.
Why have we never recorded that just to play for us?
Because we'll continue to perfect it forever until we have this like.
That would be a hilarious thing to see, like every one of our sounds snipped together if we had the smarts to do that. Anyways,
indeed.
All right, what is our lead space thing this evening?
Well, let's see. The first.
What are we burning into first? I guess.
First, we're gonna burn off first is the GOG. Folks at GOG are having what they're calling an interstellar sale, which Galactic. Basically the big news out of that is if you don't have Wing Commander games on GOG, they're incredibly cheap. It's like $1.58 for all of them or something. So get there. They're also giving away free copies of Free Space 2, a late 90s space sim that perhaps I'm not as fond of as other people, but it's the basis for a whole lot of amazing like fan work that's been done out there. So there's all sorts of cool space stuff you can do with Free Space 2.
Never played it.
Well, now you have a chance.
Oh, I guess maybe I should get on that.
We are not sponsored by GOG in any way. We make
clearly
no money. If you shop at the Interstellar sale, we just like to point out when the Wing Commander games are on sale.
That's a funny way you explain this. So, as a quick aside, when I was at that symposium, every time a government employee was up there, it's like, just so everyone knows, what I am saying is not the official opinion, blah, 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 of the United States government, United States Navy, blah, 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 blah.
There's a lot of that going around this week.
It's oddly appropriate, I guess, but when you said that, it made me think of that. All right.
Now I'm going to show you this 3D printed Excalibur that we randomly found on Twitter. Someone was testing their new 3D printer, and I
like that.
made a pretty awesome Excalibur.
That's pretty damn detailed, yeah.
It's amazing how the future is here. But that is an Excalibur by Buddy Goodbody, Esquire.
Good buddy.
So, yeah.
I like the name, too. Nice.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, what do you got next?
Okay, Unnamed Character has an exciting... all over the place today. Wing Commander Explorer is a program that Unnamed Character has released. He's the fellow behind the pretty amazing Wing Commander toolkit that's been coming together over the last year and a half or so. And he now has created this tool which reads the data that while you're playing Wing Commander 1, reads the data that's in memory.
Okay.
And basically it takes it all apart and tells you what it is. So,
so like what's up?
Yeah, as people take apart Wing Commander 1 and reverse engineer it, stuff like this is the core of that effort. So, once you have that data, you can move that data in other places. You can. There's all sorts of incredible things you could do if you knew what numbers mean what, as Wing Commander 1 is in memory. So
sure.
You could make like a VR version of the game where the side views are...
Oh, yeah, permanently displayed?
Yeah.
Or even have like, you could do like, 3 monitors like you had, you could do that.
Yeah, once you have that cross data, you could develop all these cool plugins. We can use, giant multiple joystick setups with Wing Commander 1. It'll be incredible. It's the future. And it's starting right here.
I would absolutely love a 4-screen wing, like your two sides.
Yeah, you could build a real
rear.
cockpit.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And now they have like those curved screens anyway, so it helps you out, to making the curve.
Yeah, don't you remember last summer, Trelane was doing some of that. He had an Audino, I think that's what it is. Yep. And it would, when the eject light would go off, it could make a light go off on your the physical light go off. It was really neat.
Yeah, he had the circuit board thing.
Yeah, so someday we'll be able to make a pure cockpit that's just Wing Commander 1.
And 2.
Yeah, I mean...
And 3.
It's 4. We don't have to redevelop the game. We can...
all of them?
Use the base information.
That would be pretty impressive. That would
be cool.
That would be very, very cool. Interesting.
So the... Where's that Excalibur again?
Well, I mean, listen, I really love that. That is very
handsome Excalibur.
It's very detailed, I have to say.
So the very interesting thing about the last week is that it has been full of birthdays. This is where we're going to get our Today Show on you.
A little party like it's your birthday?
And it's not some of them are a coincidence, but it's not a massive coincidence that all these games came out at the same time, because this would have been the
week. It's Wing Commander week.
This would have been the point in time
now.
where you want to ship a game so it'll be in stores at Christmas and potentially be a hit.
Well, we're going to revise history, and I'm just going to call this Wing Commander week. This was the week that Wing Commanders came out, and they made sure to spread it out all the time. It was this deep secret plan.
But owing to the fact that we have who've gotten very, very old. There's some important milestones to celebrate this week.
Yeah, as during Wing Commander Week. As don't spoil it. Oh, there you go. That's a sexy image.
The first and most exciting is it has been 25 years to this day since Wing Commander Armada was released, and that's. You joke about feeling old when you hear a date like that for a couple of years. Oh, wow, high school was 17 years ago. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You don't really feel old. Now I feel old.
Yeah.
And that hit me especially because Armada was the first Wing Commander game I ever bought day and date in the store.
Storm's out.
I had a Gateway 2000 48666.
Yep.
I was in 8th grade, Farquhar Middle School. The robots that steal our identities can use this information.
Yes, this is how they're going to get to our giant bank accounts by hacking this, our faces and images from this.
Around 5 p.m. After school, it was a Thursday, so it was Thursday after school around 5 p.m. You got a call from Babbage's, which was the big software store at the mall games. It was what you would consider GameStop today, but it almost seems disgusting to say that.
Yeah.
But
I can see that. Yeah, Babbage's.
We got a call that Wing Commander Armada was in, and I begged my mother to take me to the mall on a school night.
I feel like a lot of your Wing Commander stories result in...
A lot of my Wing Commander stories involve my parents not being especially rule enforcing.
Yeah. I think we should do this. No, Ben. I really, really think we should. It's a great central current through all of them. It's a nice little thing you got going.
So I went to the mall and we got that beautiful box. There was a great smell that all those Star Trek pack games had. Nope. I've got a couple. I've got some of the Japanese ones over here.
Oh, the Armada ones too?
Yeah. I have even a regular one. Japanese Armada, everybody. It was Armada had a big push in Japan for whatever reason, and it was ported to. It was ported to the FM towns, the PC 9821, the Japanese DOS V, and they really tried to sell Armada there. Anyway, first time playing a game all night. I didn't sleep that night. I played the Armada Gauntlet over and over again, and then I brought Voices of War, the Incredible Manual, to the store, and to school, and just read that all day. It was a good time.
Yeah, Voices of War is a great manual to read all day over and over again. I just love this picture. I love how the last arrow too has 3. It's been shot 3 times. Just randomly, and it adds such a little bit of character.
And something of a lie, that picture, because you cannot actually spawn 5 fighters at that point in Armada.
That is true, but they added just 1.
It's a creative interpretation.
Yeah, it's a great game. Can't believe it's 25 years.
And 25 years, and Privateer, 26 years. Privateer came out the day after Armada, the year before. So I guess it was a year and a day.
Yeah,
he was the 23rd in 1993.
Yeah, it's a year and a day later. That's essentially, there's an evolution to this segment, but yes.
So Privateer is 26.
Yep.
This is a big one. Wing Commander 1 came out on this day in 1990.
It's just today.
This is...
You're skipping over things, so I'm just trying to...
Oh, I'm showing the games first. These are the games that
I gotcha. Yes, today.
Yeah, today, Wing Commander 1 shipped to the world... And
29's not
29 isn't one of those. Whoa, hey. 29. Yeah. So, but this begins a year preparing for 30. So
yeah, because you're like, my god, I'm about to be 30. This is some serious stuff.
Yeah,
this is serious. Yeah.
So we'll be talking about Wing Commander 1 in about a year's time. Yeah.
Yes. We planning it though.
Oh, and then last but not least, and this you're thinking this is more exciting than it is, but the Macintosh port.
I remember this very clearly.
Macintosh port of Wing Commander 3 is 24. Came out in 1995. So, no. And that's good news for all those teams. That means that all those teams basically hit their deadlines and shipped the game at the time in the year when it was going to be most profitable.
Yep.
So, it's neat how those bunch up. But it's also a couple of other birthdays. Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill...
Oh, hello. Out of all the pictures, huh? That's the one you went with? Interesting.
Yesterday, well, it was high res, and
all right.
That's the Sam Yates painting of Mark Hamill for the Wing Commander 4 box.
Mm-hmm.
But Mark Hamill was 68 years old yesterday.
Wow. Happy
Tom Hanks Flint bubble
birthday.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't even think he used that joke in either film.
And filling out the strange anniversaries. It is also the 24th was VK Day, the fictional end of the Kilrathi War, which, if the Wing Commander timeline holds true, should happen in just 650 years. So it's basically the anniversary of the end, pre-anniversary of the end of Wing Commander 3.
All right, then. I'm all for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for
You're all
that.
for mass genocide? Is that what you're saying? You support that kind of thing?
Sure. If it results in absolute victory, why not? Why not? In 650 years, it ain't our problem.
Just our terrible children making
our problem,
immoral decisions.
Listen, our problem is just making sure all our sound levels are right and everything. That's about our biggest deal.
I've got that Armada art too.
That's a great one too.
Yes,
although those arrows are screwed.
Again, this is a situation that cannot happen in Armada because you cannot have three fighters together.
Don't be party pooping on these. I mean, yes, you're technically correct, but they're dead either. Even with two of them, they're still dead. They're super, super duper dead. Dead,
yes.
Dead.
When was the first time you played Armada?
It would have been, oddly enough, also involving a Gateway 2000. But it came with the flight sim pack that you could buy with those machines. So I got Armada, Privateer Righteous Fire, Strike Commander in that first group with it, and that's the first time I played it. So I feel like that was probably, I don't know, whenever that pack came along with it.
It would have been 95 or so.
Yeah, I feel like it would, because we probably got that machine maybe in November, December, I forget, or in early in '96.
And that's around there. Something interesting to point out. Stuff like those OEM tie-in deals where Gateway would include Privateer with your computer were a huge deal in bringing in fans.
It was amazing.
There's so many people who that is how they picked up the series.
Oh yeah, no, my dad got my copy of Wing Commander 2 Deluxe from a yard sale. And so I had that, which is everybody, that manual's nothing to write home about. But then you get Armada and you have Voices of War, and you're like, oh, well, this is a completely different situation now. And you can sit there and burn that manual over and over and over again because there's so much just to chew on. But yeah, I played a lot of split screen sometimes too with my brother.
Oh yeah, and I played a bunch with, we'd have folk, I knew a guy through Pound Wingnut or Wing Commander back in the day who lived over in the Eastern Shore, I believe, and we would play locally. I would force my friends in middle school who would all rather be doing Doom to do Armada with me. So it was a great time.
Those were the
Summer
days.
of Armada.
The Summer of Armada. Well, it would have been the Fall of Armada.
And last but not least,
I
wanted to announce that the Through the Moongate Part 2 Kickstarter has met its goal. So we're all going to get Wing Commander bookmarks, assuming we buy them. And it's exciting to me. And they're going to be announcing additional stretch goals starting tomorrow. So check that out. Maybe there'll be a Wing Commander related one.
Who knows?
Now there is one additional game birthday that we have not talked about yet, but why talk about it when we could show it?
That's true. Is this the point in which you would like me to?
I'd like to verbally cue you to take the prop out.
It's too bad the camera's not that far. Assume there's a giant bit of dust since it's been about about 6 weeks since we've taken it. In case everyone's forgotten what this prop is.
It's our jump drive.
The
magic prop that lets us go to other universes and try games that are tangentially connected to Wing Commander.
And sometimes not at all.
Sometimes not at all.
Let's hope it works.
All right, press the button.
Pressing the button. I do love how that doesn't go on for very long. Like the button push. You
can still hear us,
I'm aware.
Oh my god! Oh! We are in the cyberpunk tomorrow of System Shock.
Get funky.
System Shock is also 25 years old. The original diskette release of System Shock shipped on September 23rd, 1994. So it literally got to stores the day after Armada. I certainly did not have 2 games in 2 days worth of money as a child, but if anyone was really into Origin stuff at that time, That must have been a good 2 days.
Yeah, that probably, yes. If you're an adult in that era, I'm sure that you had a lot of unproductive hours that week. A lot. Yeah.
Although, if you look back at the Usenet to try to get a sense for the time, it was just everybody complaining about memory.
Memory. I need more than 640 kilobytes. You SOBs.
So, System Shock and why...
based on Cheers. I thought you would have been happy about that.
I wasn't happy, no.
So what do we got?
System Shock and why is it connected to Wing Commander? Is it just that they're Origin games? It is not. There is an interesting tie-in. Well, on two different ends. So let's take a quick journey through the history of Wing Commander and System Shock. Ta-da. This is the design document, or the very, very bones and bits of a design document for a project called Alien Commander, developed by Warren Spector. Here's the rest of that. I mean, that's the entire thing. It's just a summary of what a game could be.
Okay.
And that is the start of System Shock. That's that first lighting that sets fire to a cat sort of a thing.
Sure.
And what Alien Commander was a pitch for a Wing Commander side game, which would have been a first-person shooter using the Ultima Underworld technology. And the story they had roughed out for Alien Commander was that you're exploring the wreckage of the Tiger's Claw. That would have been the equivalent of the Citadel Station in System Shock. And these strange aliens have taken it over the double helix from claw marks. So the whole thing was just building on the Wing Commander 1 his story for reasons that it seems absolutely uncompelling to anyone who's tuned in for the Kilrathi War at the time.
Yeah, it's not that great.
But yes. Yeah. So Alien Commander started life and very quickly became not Alien Commander, which was eventually System Shock, a game that does not take place in the Wing Commander universe. Or does it? It does not. But by the way, here, compare this this like graph, made-in publisher, or whatever the publisher equivalent in 1991 was.
Sure.
Designer mock-up of how the game interface would look compared to the finished System Shock. It's there's so much of it is right there. It's interesting. How these ideas grow.
Yeah, those basic how the evolution of their screens are.
Because I've seen games where it takes a 5,000-page design document to explain the whole of the thing, and you see ones where it's a couple pages. Like Wing Commander 1 is like 11 pages, and you understand what Wing Commander 1 is, and this is 2 pages, and you see System Shock growing from it. It's interesting.
Huh.
Anyway, is it in the Wing Commander universe? Let's check Victory Streak, the manual, or Wing Commander 3.
Okay.
No, basically, Victory Streak has a page with a bunch of Origin references. It's a page of reviews of movies and so on. Movies and
media, and
CDs, holovids, music, that sort of thing.
Sure.
And each one is some Origin game. One of them is Bioforge. One of them is Prowler. What Origin game in development at the time? And System Shock is the System Shock is one of them.
I can see, Hail showing.
System Shock is a movie called Hail Shodan, which is the villain from System Shock, and it's the description of the events of the game, hacker aboard the Citadel Station, and they say it's based on a game. So in the Wing Commander universe, System Shock is a popular game in the future.
Okay.
And in fact, the 3DO edition of the Victory Streak, which made everything into a CD-sized booklet, actually added a screenshot from System Shock, which is printed in black and white in the booklet. But it was actually one of the press shots from the game. So we've been able to find the original file, and you can see it in color.
Interesting.
So there's a System Shock screenshot that's canon in the Wing Commander universe.
Okay, what a weird... kind of cool. Like, it's such a random thing to toss in, but that is cool. It's like such a weird thing to spend the effort on. Of all the things in that video,
weird.
Yeah, like even all the things on that page, huh? Probably. I guess it's probably easy for
And then the exciting System Shock news for its 25th anniversary.
Shocked!
Limited Run Games is putting out a physical System Shock. About a year and a half ago or so, they released an enhanced edition of System Shock, a source port that gave you higher resolution and runs on modern machines.
Sure.
And now they're selling a physical copy of that starting next week at Limited Run Games. Ooh. And a System Shock LP soundtrack, which...
Okay.
It's just one off from the thing I really love, but imagine a world where they could do something like that with Wing Commander 1 or Wing Commander 2. How cool would that be?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, if all they pick, it's such a weird thing to focus. Like, give us our love. We sold more copies.
So tonight, we thought that
we would get our systems shocked.
Yes, we are going to. Let me turn off the System Shock slideshow. Try saying that 3 times fast. And we're going to...
That's not my job.
We're going to take a look at System Shock. Hopefully...
Let's see how it goes.
Yes, hopefully it is broadcasting now. We don't often have cause to do modern games on this thing. So let us know if the audio is okay.
Yep. Tell us how our sound is.
Sounds good?
No, what was this? I just repeated what you said so they would tell us if the sound was good.
And this is System Shock. First, let's start a new game so we can see the...
Probably should be in the game to play it.
Be in the game to play it.
Instead of watching yourself.
So I'm going to start by playing the intro.
Sector 11, Building 71G. 7 April.
I'm going to be right back.
2072.
Okay.
11:14 p.m.
I will be
Hacker
right here.
begins unauthorized
Talking about a game that I don't really know about.
Optimum corporate network.
Watch the intro, man.
It's funny. It's one of the things this is actually something I've never played
attempts
before.
to access protected files concerning Space Station Citadel.
Alright, here we are.
1:33 a.m. Tri-Optimum Security Forces apprehend the intruder.
This is Edward Diego from Tri-Optimum. The charges against you are severe, but they could be dismissed.
I'm not sure if I've ever even owned a copy of this game. Now I think about it.
Who knows? There might
I don't feel like it ever came in
a
the package I
military-grade
had,
neural
so.
interface in it for you. If you do the
And around
job
this time,
right.
yeah, if that didn't come with what
Edward
we had purchased with the
gives the hacker
Gateway
level
2000,
1 access to Showdown.
that was only flight. Mostly,
Artificial
yeah, it was all flight
intelligence
sims. I think we had a
that
copy of
Citadel
Doom
Station.
2. I
With all
don't even think I
ethical
had played Doom
constraints
until way
removed,
later. I had
Showdown
Mac Doom.
re-examined,
Because
re-examined.
I remember how big a deal it was when I first played
Re-examine
the
my
original game because I had not played
and
it.
draw new
Dude,
conclusions.
you mean Marathon?
Well, Marathon I played
Work
before.
is
Like, yeah,
finished.
Marathon I played. Well, I was trying to think about this
Is
one.
only
Marathon
just
came out.
beginning. True to his word, Edward Diego allows the hacker to be fitted with a neural cyberspace
No,
interface.
Marathon came out on December 21st, 1994, the year before.
Will take 6 months.
But
to
yeah,
complete.
I don't think if
Edward Diego is deleting.
I don't think I ever even
all
owned
files
a
concerning
copy of
these
this or something. Just had never played it. It was just simply something because I feel like with the Gateway we got Flight Sim package. And why am I blanking what the hell the other one was?
Probably called it the Adventure Package or something.
Yeah, I feel like our action. I think it was the action package that you say that. Yes.
So one thing I guess you will immediately note about System Shock is... Let me start a new game first before I show you my save.
Okay.
So, if you've ever played BioShock today, that is where this came. It is the predecessor to any game similar to BioShock, sort of a mix of FPS and role-playing game. So, my controls aren't working.
We did actually this show do some pre-production work on testing some games.
We did, but I tested it yesterday also. So.
Maybe you don't know how to play this game.
That's possible. No, because I was just... Whoa.
Are you tripping?
I must be tripping something.
You are. Well, I was gonna say, are you tripping balls, dude? Because I think there's something.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh no, it's a laser sword. It's not. You see, it's lightsaber.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like some weird thing that it was all messed up and it was like not working.
There we go.
Okay.
I don't know why the controller map like this. I'm not a fancy FPS person, but there we go.
Oh, AW. Yeah.
It's all AWS.
Yeah.
Where's my head?
All right. Well, so
Things are not going well there.
all right. Let's go. Let's try that back again.
All right.
So what's going on? Tell me what's happening right here. I have no idea about this game whatsoever.
So
Watch the intro and that's about it.
Basically, in 1991, 1992, Origin started experimenting with the same kind of technology that would lead to games like Doom and Wolfenstein and Doom. These 3D first-person live games.
Sure.
That basically are all games today. And Origin developed a game called... an outgrowth of Origin developed a game called Ultima Underworld, which was basically a traditional Ultima-style RPG, but it was just a dungeon and first person. So it was one of, if not the first big market first person shooter games. Because I know when you make a statement like that, it would be like, well, technically this game and whatever, but one of the first times the general public really saw the potential.
Okay.
And that was followed by a game called Ultima Underworld 2, and then this was that group's third project, a game called System Shock.
Interesting. So it kind of comes toward like kind of the end of the initial FPS.
Yeah, it's the very first wave of FPSs. Doom.
Well, yeah. Well, no. I'm just
Doom
saying, like,
out.
but it's like, but it's this kind of it's the end of that initial era of these type games where this is kind of I don't want to call it the peak or like top of this technology, but they're adding in the RPG and like which you'll see, because I'm thinking like Fallout, things like that.
Yeah,
or like later Fallout, I should say.
Origin will follow this with a game called Cybermage that never went anywhere really. The team that worked on this will go on to do games like Deus Ex, System Shock 2, the Bioshock
They'll make their own
series.
game again somehow.
And Thief is another one that comes right out of this, that same talent pool. But the reason we're here is not to explore the Citadel and fight Shodan. It's because the version of this that anniversary we're celebrating is the diskette release. It was the last diskette game released by Origin. So it's not the CD release that everyone's familiar with the speech and the additional fixes. But
okay, why would you? All right.
My point was,
sure.
Kind of losing myself today.
It's okay. I'm here to guide you back.
The CD edition of this game, released about a year later, had all sorts of polish and additional stuff included, including one of the greatest Wing Commander Easter eggs ever. Sort of the reverse of Wing Commander. Wing Commander says System Shock is a game in Wing Commander.
Sure.
So then now System Shock has a Wing Commander parody game in it.
Okay.
And it's called Wing Zero, and we're going to play it right now.
Oh, all right. Well, here we are. In this random, weird-looking hallway thing.
So, as part of System Shock's like hacker aesthetic, you have this little mini computer, and it has stuff like Pong.
Okay.
In the original game, it's incredibly tiny. This fits into a couple bytes of memory.
Sure.
Pong and Snake and so on. So for the CD version, they wanted to go crazy and do a full.
Okay.
It's CD game.
Sure.
And
so
then
they picked Wing Commander.
They picked Wing Commander.
Okay.
There's plenty of competition in Origin.
Okay.
So here's Wing Zero.
Oh, hey, what's up, bro?
A routine patrol for you, Captain Boop Futataka. Take Gypsy as wing. So here we have a 3D interface. That's my wingman.
Okay, it's weird. It's weird that you're also in this like little corner of your screen.
Yeah, it's just the tiny little mini game. Oh, and there's the enemy. I can fire my lasers at them. It's all played with the mouse, which I think is why my controls are going crazy before. You shoot down the enemies, you click A to autopilot, you get the Wing Commander autopilot. Okay. You can't hear this, but she's using Shadow's voice.
Okay.
And if you look very, very closely, very difficult for me to see,
sure.
There's a tiny little radar in there. So it's
Where the hell are you even seeing the radar?
It's right there.
Oh my good god! Yeah,
dots.
the green dots. So
they look like it's just a little disfiguration or something.
Oh my god! Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. What the hell's the little red square in the top left? Like just nothing?
I'm not sure what that is. I think maybe I can. Maybe if I go up there, I can turn off. I can turn off the game.
Oh, okay. Oh, boom! Well
done, Bjorn.
Oh, nice.
You wanna read?
I wonder what those pirates were doing here. An X-Industries base in this sector is under attack. You and Kluge help out. I have enemies on my scanner, sir.
There's like 12 different wingmen.
Okay.
It's like a 16 mission campaign.
This is ridiculous, huh? Look at this.
And it has all the Wing Commander tropes. There's a traitor. There's a mission where it's just you against the entire and all the enemies. And it's all paradiddly written. It's not a word at all.
Okay, I figured that might have been a fancy English word I'd never heard of.
You know, when I set this up, I could see the radar, and now
I can barely see, but now that I know where it is, I can see that it's there. But it has no boundary, which is what's really weird.
Yeah, there they are.
Hey.
Autopilot.
Your wingmen kind of suck.
Oh, there's one where you have like 17 different wingmen. It's
wow, the greatest like mission in Wing Commander history, and it's on a Palm Pilot. All right, whatever.
So that is to say that next week when Limited Run Games releases,
you can play this.
Yes, you can. It is included. This is the modern updated, the enhanced edition, and it is included.
Interesting.
So, yeah, anybody can
look up the butt of that spaceship. That was weird. There we go. 2 enemies.
Yeah, it gets harder as it goes.
I like how there's no collision.
Does seem to be no collision.
If there is, well, who knows? Because health does not seem to be an issue since I'm not actually seeing where it could possibly be.
Maybe it's a 75?
No, I think that's your...
Okay. Oops.
An X-Industry base in this sector is under attack. You and Kluge help out.
Oh, this is the same mission again. I failed the mission. They did kill me.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't even realize they killed you. It didn't see... They exploded, so I don't really understand how that happens, but okay, sure.
I'll get them this time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm gonna. When have I led you astray, huh?
You made that drink before the show.
That's true, I did. Maybe I confused. I actually did. After I did it, I was like, wait, one of them I put 2 on the one.
And sometimes it'll take you to a nav point where there's no enemies.
There's one there.
No, but the previous one didn't have any.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, there's one there.
Well, this is television. I've never seen it. We all stare at this.
I bet people are gonna be excited about this.
Oh, it is ridiculous. It's interesting that it's so long, especially that it's an actual campaign.
Yeah, it's like 16 or 17 missions.
That's crazy. Now, why you're doing this? Like, I'm assuming the game world can't kill you or something, or is there just no?
No, it's because there's nobody in this room. I think.
Okay.
I think it's still going in real time. If you look up there, you see that evil skull is still gyrating.
I guess interesting. Huh.
Well, we've stopped the pirates from sabotaging X. Good work.
I like how it's X.
We're jumping out sector. Go with Calamus and clear the jump point.
Easy pickings. Huh.
Yeah.
That's also very good.
Those lazy programmers.
Oh my goodness gracious. And yes, in only a short amount of time you can play this too.
In fact, you can play it now if you want.
Yes, if you, yes.
It's available digitally on GOG. It's $10 for the updated version. They also have the original CD version. And there is a copy of this. This save game is posted at WCnews.com. It's where I got far enough into the game to get Wing Zero, because you acquire the mini games at different points. And then I just saved the game and posted it on the CIC for folks. So
Nice.
if all you want is this weird tiny Wing Commander joke game, and let's face it, I understand exactly how you feel. You can do that.
Yes, where no matter how small, we think about them.
Oops. You got solo patrol today. We don't expect anyone's around. Sound familiar?
I bet there's nobody on any of the systems.
Yeah, they always send you out alone when you're not going to encounter stealth fighters at all.
You sound very bitter when you say that.
I've seen some shit.
Oh my goodness. Enemies look weird, though.
They look like salty.
They don't
Good
look
for some
like. They look like broken pretzels. Yeah, now you're like, yeah, right. They do.
They do look like broken pretzels.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But what if I were to tell you?
Is there a twist or something more exciting gonna happen?
There is, because it's not. There's not just one type of enemy.
Oh.
In fact, they have an entire fleet of different ships that you'll see throughout the campaign.
Well, so far,
Look there. There's a purple one.
Oh, you're lucky that you had that right now, because I'll say, what are you talking about? For like 10 missions, whatever the hell's that thing?
No way are the Trilaki here.
Oh.
Next time, use your flight recorder. You and Gandhi can go look for those supposed Trilakis.
I like how the guy's got the flowing hair.
And Gandhi is, of course, our Doomsday parody.
Interesting.
Come on, you alien menace.
I don't know why they weren't showing up. Oh, maybe these are stealth. Ooh, these are the stealth, I think, because they're just... Who knows? Oh! My goodness, so intense.
Yeah, you gotta seriously...
You gotta want it.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
You gotta live to perceive.
You gotta do it.
Perceive to... Got him.
Now I'm trying to think of what did Rumsfeld say last night? Military.
Get this statue out of here. I can't stand to look at it.
Now I can't remember that guy's stupid saying about military ways save lives or whatever.
What he's referring to is that we had our weekly Tom Hanks show last night, and we watched.
Two of the most boring Tom Hanks movies of all time.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
The Burbs.
It's The Burbs, which it's Joe Dante. I thought it would be much better than it is.
Nope.
But it's kind of dry.
There's two jokes near the end that are funny, and there's an alternate ending that is dumb.
Gandhi didn't see anything. You forgot to take off your lens cap. Random's the only one who'll fly with you. Do some reconnaissance.
Ay. But yeah, we watched that and Turner and Hooch, which
It's fine, but it's not.
It's not fine. It somehow misses appealing to the full animal love of its nature, and you don't care within about 5 minutes. Things are weird. It's like brutality.
They look kind of like the Lombari in Superman Commander.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how much of this campaign you're gonna give the people.
No, we can jump on to some other birthday games. Just finish this one mission.
If you insist. If you insist. We got some Try Lucky here.
Oh god, the Try Lucky are here.
They're a bunch of jerks who love the number 3. That's the type thing.
Good commentary.
Thank you. Yep. Here we are in the no one cares. No energy worries, just unload.
No energy worry.
No worries. No collision worries.
Although maybe it's damaging when it flies.
I don't think so. That's 75 to change. But here we are, burning through the shock. enemies
We're big at 9.
It doesn't seem that exciting when you scream it into a little screen like this, though. It's, there's something that's just like lost in translation.
Twilightly here, who would have believed it? With an anvil factory to boot.
No.
We're hitting the anvil factory. Clear out their guards with Newt.
I
think that's enough.
I think you know, you can tease the people. They can figure out what's gonna happen with Newt. You have to play.
All right, so that was Wing Zero, the System Shock Wing Commander minigame,
Which exists.
It does exist.
Interesting.
All right, so in honor of Wing Commander Armada's,
We have to jump back.
oh wait, we do have to jump back. So
Jeez, we can try to. What could have happened? Like everything would have broken and exploded. No, we got nothing more.
yeah, press the button.
All right, pressing the button.
Oops.
Look what
There.
happened. Everything broke. Everything broke.
I stealthily put my eye drops in after that.
Everything's fine.
All right, Wing Commander Armada. It is 25 years old. We are all very old. Here it is. So we thought that in honor of Wing Commander Armada's 25th anniversary,
Yep.
we should at least have one battle, which now I think kind of explains the drink.
Oh yeah, so you think? Oh yes,
Yeah.
that I was putting you under on purpose.
Yeah, so I'm going to start up an Armada multiplayer server.
Yep. Which we've now
we
fixed.
We did test it.
And we did
Tested
test.
this
Yep.
time.
We fixed it. The birthday issue when we had the big stream was that the hardwire had actually thrown everything into turmoil. We not realized it. An improvement that had caused a not immediate thought. Yes, that's a great cover. I always will love that.
Net play.
All right, you're there.
I wanted to start my script. And so, if you are not familiar, Wing Commander Armada was a split from the Wing Commander 3 codebase, a side game that was supposed to basically focus on strategy and multiplayer. So it has a number of different game modes, most of which are more multiplayer oriented. There's a single player campaign, there's a single player set of missions, but they're all very simple compared to the depth of game they have for multiplayer. I'm gonna create a battle. And it has 10 different spacecraft, 5 human, 5 Kilrathi. There are all sorts of modes for battling them against each other. There's a 11 sector campaign mode. There's a randomly generated sector mode. There's pure dogfighting. There's a co-op mode where you can take on the game's single player missions together. It's all sorts of exciting stuff that was way ahead of its time. And look, there's Thunderdog. We're doing multiplayer.
Yeah, this game we have spent probably of all the. It's funny. We've probably given this the most love because it is this weird. It's a hidden gem. It just falls in this weird time where it gets kind of lost and looked over.
And it's super exciting. There's so much here. In addition to having the best manual of any Wing Commander game, I will say.
Yeah, Voices of War is fantastic.
So yeah, we could pick between all these different ships. Yep. Some of them you're probably familiar with. The Dralthi is a classic. The Arrow is a classic. Taken from other games. The Wraith and the Drothek are the ships that were added to Academy the year before. Mm-hmm. It's neat stuff.
What are you doing? Banshee? I was going to go. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go wrong. It's all its weird interface.
So it because of what it is and where it lies in the universe, it feels very much like a mix between Wing Commanders 2 and 3. You have some of the details like the cockpits and different side views and so on that come specifically from Wing Commander 2. It's lower resolution. It's instead trying to explain the game as I focus on.
Well, we did say we were going to try to be too fast here. I've gotten very good at shooting missiles. Oh, I have no radar though.
Yeah, I have no radar
Everything
either.
is blinking. I have a lot of blinking.
Oh,
things.
you got me.
Oh,
You got me.
Everything on my screen is blinking. But yep.
You want to try that again?
Sure, why not? We should do probably best out of 3. I'm sure we'll do them quickly.
You want to try a different class of fighter this time?
Yeah, we should definitely never. We should now. You want to move down one?
Yeah.
I'll do the car. Well, do you want to do Corlar? And I'll do.
Yeah,
Cockpit?
I'll do the
switch sides?
Corlar. I like the Corlar because this is one of the... You always hear about the Karathi asymmetrical fighters, and this is one where you actually get to... you actually get to see what it's like. You get this this cool, totally awesome view at the side, and the... It's so nice. I love the rendered cockpits. I can't believe they got rid of them.
Yeah.
And like even the weapons, you see they're off-centered.
Yeah. Ooh, we're just ripping by each other. Great sliding. On the I also cannot raise my speed except for afterburners because I didn't assign the keys for that.
Oh.
It thinks there's a number pad, which there's not. Dumbfires for days and nothing. This is really more. This would be a great cap ship killer in any other game save this one.
Yeah, it's like a missile boat.
Yeah. Well, it's like a light cap ship killer. You've got a bazillion dumbfires, a torpedo, and nothing else. I mean, you're not meant to go up against anybody. Oh, rip to shreds. Rip to shreds.
To shreds, you say?
I do say, sir.
All right, you want to do the next one down?
Yep. Wait, what is the next one, though?
Wraith versus Cloak.
Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. Oops. There you go.
And I know I say this every time, but look at this beautiful UI.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh, I love it.
It's so ridiculous. All right. No, it's Jothrak.
This is the Wraith and the Drothek. You probably remember from Wing Commander Academy. These were the two that they designed custom for that that game. But you think of. We also have zero invisible cockpit mode. We can turn this off just like in Wing Commander 3. So it really is the mix of the technologies. But weapons.
What? What are you thinking?
Well, yeah, weapons. Oh,
Wow.
you got me fast.
That was, those were just 2 claws and some guns. That's all that
Wow.
was. Yeah,
Okay.
that burned 3. Well, that was good. That was best out
Yeah.
of 3, so... And I actually won. Good.
Oh, you won, yeah. Do you want to try the other two?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Let's do the...
Yeah,
you're right.
let's
Let's do all
do the whole
four.
series.
Of course, why not? What are we doing? You're right. Oh, that's going to take goddamn forever for the last 2. We're just going to end up ramming each other, I guarantee it. All right, so I love how somehow this has worked out where I'm doing all the absolute shittiest...
Oh, you got the worst one now.
Like, I had to do the Gladys, and now I get the Phantom? Like, screw you, dude. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, sorry, Mom.
Where'd it go?
No, you SOB.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to see you anyways. I have an inch of cockpit anyways. It's dumb. Ooh, that definitely. Oh, you jerk. This is a very slow fight as well. Oh! Got me. I thought that MREC was going to get you, too.
Nope.
Son of
do
a
it.
beach. Son of a beach. The Gladys it's just too much. It has no heavy missiles is the problem.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Gladius?
I always called it Gladius, but I don't know for sure.
I have no idea either. Alright, so I get the Dame Dralty.
No, you got the...
No, I just did the Phantom. You get the Arrow.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, jerk. Dink. And here we go.
And this cockpit will probably be familiar to you and one we're going to see in Wing Commander 3 in just a moment.
Which is interesting to see how it goes from this to Oh! Ow! Burnski!
What was that, best 3 out of 5?
You dick. Well, that's why Armada is fantastic, though.
Yes, it really
is. That's, yes. We always talk, well, yes.
So next up, we are going to figure out where we hid DHS. Wing Commander 3.
Bioweapons?
So, as you know, 25 years of Wing Commander Armada.
Yep.
Armada was very much the... what do you call the Silver Surfer? He's something of Galactus. He's the crier or something. It's the meteor. What's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't. Yeah, like the like it's the not a beacon, but yeah, it's the. That thing that comes before the big event.
It's the thing that came before the big event.
Yeah,
So if you remember, you played Wing Commander Armada in 1994.
Herald? Is it the Herald?
Herald, yes. Herald of Galactus. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just read off the screen, so.
Okay.
Well, here we go.
So Armada is very much the Herald of Wing Commander 3. Wing Commander 3 came out 2 months later. So all this year we're celebrating Wing Commander 3's 25th anniversary. And
let me hear you say hey.
And today that means we're going to be continuing
Locanda.
The Locanda series of missions.
Locanda. You say Locanda, I say Locanda.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Let's just stop right now. Yes! Which last time, if we remember, we beat Flash.
Yeah, we beat Flash after many tries and then cheating.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't really cheating as much as it was just reducing the difficulty.
So we'll have to remember to turn up the difficulty when we start.
We're not playing for clearly we've beaten it normally. Yes. So this is not pride at this point. We can do these things.
I'd like to apologize for some of the things I said.
So here's our reward cutscene for beating Flash.
I still think I could have beat you 2 out of 3.
Care to go at it again?
Nah. From now on, I'll prove it to you out there.
Where suddenly his attitude has changed, and now he's going to be a good wingman and just fly with you. Which is important, basically, in the last series of the game, where you want to make sure you have 4 wingmen.
Yeah. And you want there to be a wingman who'd like you, because performance goes down if you make the wrong decisions. And you missed the 3DO version last week, but
I did.
Some exciting stuff.
Yeah, I watched.
So it doesn't change here. It just says Total Kitty's whacked. 3DO one has a different phrase.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it when I watched you guys, because I wanted to see especially the Arrow's launch movie. Mm-hmm. I meant the Excalibur's launch movie. Mm-hmm. And that was very cool looking.
And the destroyer that attacks the victim.
Cool. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I flipped out when I saw it. I was like, wait a minute, this scramble mission now has cap ships coming at you? Like, that's an intense mission. That's great.
Here's Cobra.
Sharpening her knife. I feel like this is one of the,
the
when I first played it, the
cutscene
here. This made me think of her as the spy.
Kiyorak has been preparing these.
Yeah, it is really written to make you think that she is the spy, and that you should feel like a jerk for not being more space racist. And there's some problematic things to take out of that, but
yeah. Well, I mean, 30 years of war. I feel like
it does matter.
I feel like kill cats, kill more cats would be pretty acceptable at that point in time. The Admiral Halsey would be saying it.
Yeah, we talked about that at the book club, and there's some odd quotes otherwise. Her knife is something called an Explorer, It's a real utility knife. You can find them on eBay for like $300.
Okay, then.
Out
That's
of my
a knife.
price range, but it would be cool.
That's a knife.
Anybody up here? Hey, it's Flint. I wonder if she has a personal connection to any of this.
I don't know. Maybe she'll be able to do some spelling and point out exactly where she lives.
This is my home
Because
system.
gunnery control just happens to be
My
looking.
father taught me everything.
By the way,
he knew
future
about
Wing Commander
flying.
novelists,
We've been planning to pass it
when
on
did
to
Blair
my
fly
brother.
there before? Tell that
But
story.
other plans.
Sorry.
That's
Probably
all right.
sometime
Everyone's lost
previously.
someone, right? They don't give you medals for it.
You haven't been back since?
If you read the book along with us last week, you had her introduce her dad,
It was a beautiful
also a fighter
world.
pilot. No details in the novel
purple
yet, but we do
nights
know
and
that her dad was a fighter
burnt
pilot
moons
from the
that chased
Locanda
each other
system.
across the sky. The insects would sing different
Never a good
serenades
thing.
depending on how close the moons were.
There's something about her acting that just
My
seems
brother
like
and I
very
would stay
Deep
up and
Space
sing.
Nine. I could absolutely see her interacting with the
time
cast
for
of
the
Deep Space Nine specifically.
I don't let myself.
Because she's kind of like,
Sir, I have
I almost want to say like flowery and like
I can't be on
floaty.
the sidelines
Like she like
with these
floats
Yeah.
through this a bit. Like
Yeah.
she's
I need to be part of what goes
travel.
on.
Like she's it's like she's
You can
bouncing
see her
off
pissing
events.
off Kira, basically.
I can't
Yes, for
risk
being
it.
kind of like this,
Shot with it.
like seriously,
Fly.
but also aloof
Are you gonna
type
be my
person.
wingman? Your brother's wingman.
Love same wingman.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see what's going on in. Oh, you know what we should have checked out was the news.
We can't
Oh,
because
we
it's
can't.
the PC
We're,
version.
oh my god.
Your brain
It's
just
taking over my brain!
You've been
Terminal
3DO'd!
3DO!
You've been 3DO'd forever! One day there will be
Let's get down to business,
some,
shall we?
you know,
Ready,
the
sir.
remaster will have all these
Karathi
things back.
intentions in this area remain unclear.
It'll be
While
insane.
we
And
continue
these will
to
be in
gather
high
intelligence,
def.
your task will be to corral
And we'll
the
have to write the
capture
flavor
wherever
text for all those
possible. We
things.
wish particularly to shut
And we'll have
off
some
their
crazy
access
thing
to
that just lets us
populated
build these at
planets
random
and
just because we
asteroids.
want to. You know what I want to do? I just want
Let's
to
try to
remap
keep
this
these
right now. Let's do
Karathi
it.
raiders out of business permanently.
You know, I actually have some of these 3D files if you ever want
Ready
to
to go, sir.
rearrange them.
I like that
You just open them in 3DS.
Dismissed.
Oh, there you go.
Now I was
do
talking
love
to you,
those
so I totally
things.
missed the brief.
These are.
Uh-oh, what are we doing? Don't worry, I have it
I
pulled
think
up
it's
here.
a patrol of...
Clear out the Karathi
One
forces
last
at the
thing.
designated nav points. Don't worry, that's why I'm being a good co-host.
You know, I told Flint you could come with me.
Alright, I guess you might as well. Although it's kind of a
Dismissed.
weird way to flirt with a chick by flying with her on your wing in combat.
Flint is never my choice when we get to that situation. What do you think?
The only reason I picked Flint is to have the wingmen in the Karathi series. Like, I've done it both ways. Hey! And, unless I have, what is it, Flash? Because you can do 4 without her. Yeah, I think that's, I just try to do both. In case you have backup being a Flash.
So I've gone with an arrow just because I want to look at the cockpit after flying the Armada arrow.
Makes sense. I mean, it's not like this is going to be 2 Vactov, 4 Dralthi, 3 Dark Cats, 4 Straka, 4 Dralthi, a light destroyer, and then 6 Dark Cats. So it's fine. Everything's fine. There you go.
Change that back,
Alright, here we go.
and away we go. I'll tell you one thing though, it sure is easier to fly than on the 3DO.
Hello, old friend.
I should say there is no particular penalty for not flying with Flint. I just felt like I should because I promised her in the conversation. The game does not actually punish you for not doing that.
Oh, I believe this is also our first ace encounter.
You know, I thought that, but then I just saw in my kill score that I had an ace kill.
Yeah, we jumped on that before.
Oh, wasn't it? No, not Blood Mist.
Flash!
Oh, it's a bug!
It's Flash.
It's a
I
bug,
thought.
it's counting Flash. You're right.
So let me hold on before that's true. Let me just double check and sure. Yeah, it has to be. Yep. Yeah, it's gotta be Flash. So yeah, it counts him as one of these. Well, interesting. You learn something new all the time.
But I did run into Fireclaw in the 3DO version, I believe.
Well, you should have, yes, because he's in this. He's going to be one of our cats at the end of this.
No, I mean in the 3DO version. I think I already killed him in 3DO.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you just did
No, this is our first playthrough of Lucanor. We just did Tamaya.
Oh, in that one he shows up in Tamaya? Interesting.
I think so.
Okay. I don't have the data on that, I'll have to look that up.
Going too fast for you guys.
Oh, you try. Although I probably like the Wing Penalty the most. Because it's got more heft than, the Armored Light version. But it's also very clearly not a serious fighter. It's just kind of you're stamping them out almost.
I kind of love the original Pancake version. The Wing Commander 1.
No, yeah.
But I also like the Privateer.
See, I feel like I almost like the angularness of this one. Because it looks more like knife's edges as opposed to, the paint, which are more rounded. Like, it just looks more sinister, I guess. Even though they're really...
It feels like it would be terribly clunky to fly with the giant wings.
Yeah. Well, that was like earlier when you had the high-res Super Wing Commander selfie up for the pre-roll, and the cockpit of it is kind of bumped out, which is weird because it's trying to give you side view, but you still have, like, you're not getting around the giant ship that's on all sides of you. You're not above it. You're at the tip of it. So it's kind of a weird placement for it in terms of viewing. Here we are. So here you're gonna have 3 Darkettes and then some Straka after this. Ooh. Just put that paint anywhere. Assuming your sound's all good.
Well, good. They gotta let us know if it sounds good.
Or are they just not? I do like Darkettes, but they're just so
they're so slight.
Yeah, you burn, especially because with the caliber, they're one shots and you can just burn through them like nothing. But I really like their design.
One bit of lore that I love is from, of all things, the Authorized Combat Guide, where it has little quotes from Colonel Hart, the Blame Perdo. The lore that combat pilots refer to these as deuces because they often operate in twos.
Well, I mean, I guess that would make sense for this type of light fighter.
It's just exactly the kind of thing you would imagine in space lore.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so light they have to cover each other. Jerk.
Yeah, I know what was up with that.
Yeah, that was a Darkette.
Oh no, Stealthos.
Which are really... How did you feel about the stealth in this game in terms of...
A lot more of a challenge.
See, I don't know if I thought they were... They seem so paper thin.
They were so paper thin originally, though. These at least seem like they have some fight to them.
Armed and ready.
Break an attack, Flint.
Taking it to him.
See, I guess I always never really took out the arrow in this situation. So it's like this, but yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken the arrow in this mission.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But I feel, especially in this engine, I feel like it's easier to kind of guess, or at least continue to follow them when they cloak, and keep throwing rounds into them. Alright, this is the real challenge here.
Bogey's
Well,
inside.
yeah. 4 Dralthy and a light destroyer. The old Spike.
Break it into 'em.
Which is a great design, although I really like the bottle opener heavy destroyer though.
Yeah, I love those too.
Because it's just it's just so ridiculous in a weird way where you're like, this looks like somebody's taken just some random household objects and combined them into sharp things and made it into a weapon. Just great. And these as this giant spike in the screen. Hold it together, son. Hold it together. I feel like speed might be important.
There.
Still got some more. Still got some more. Boom. One less kill Rathy. But it's all working up towards getting the destroyer and then I'll start. I do really like these pictures.
Yes.
The color they add. It's very much like, whoa, what the hell did I just run across? Oh. Huh.
What did you run across?
Oh no, the paint job's on. You know, it's the first time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the first time you see blood mists at Black Main, and you're like, whoa, that Pocktown's kind of crazy looking. And I mean, Fireclaw is Dark Cats. You cannot be. So it says 4 dollars, but I feel like you're definitely going to get 10. So you definitely already killed 4. Repeater. There, that destroyer's hanging out.
Waiting for me.
Also, another cool thing that I love about that one too is that it has a little flight deck that you often can overlook because it's in such a kind of a weird place.
More Dralthy.
Well, you're getting Dralthy to death, and I don't know why.
Because I didn't think I should have.
Ooh. That's true.
This is what I get for trying to give our viewers...
And you haven't even, talked about the aero cockpit anyway, so it's really more of a kick in the face.
Visually, they can compare them.
Sure, yes. In their own minds, they can. Well, you saved right before, obviously, I hope.
I did.
Okay, so I would just say, if need be, just instead of redoing the air, just do the thunder.
Absolutely, absolutely. No question about it.
Oh, keep it together, baby. Keep it together.
You know, it is a run of afterburner.
Oh, yes, you have. Yeah, you are out of gas. You are out of gas. One less kill. She says it. That's so dispassionate. Okay. Why don't we try this again? She's like a doomsday-esque sound to her almost. And somebody's like, woo, one less kill. Now, here we go. Do you have missiles?
I have a missile.
Oh, alright, well, that's going to be useful. Well, Flint's taking the turret fire, we can see here. Now, this is, what is the name? Relard?
Relard, I believe.
Relard? Yeah. How did you make the turret? And it's got a lot of turrets, but amazingly, you know, the Corvette is always the most vicious with that one attack.
Really hard without afterburner to get in.
You can try auto slide.
What's your status?
All systems go.
Which you're doing now, I believe.
I feel like I'm letting Flint do it now.
Well, you're auto sliding away, that's why.
Yeah.
I think it's cap slide. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Nice. Alright then, well, look at Flint letting her rack up the capture. That would have made me so mad originally as a kid. Like, I wanted every kill. They were all mine.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Unless I was.
There's Fire.
Alright, here we go. Why don't you taunt that jerk? What do you got to say to us? Apparently nothing.
Time to see your bet, kitty.
You are worthless for the dung unlike a
You're worse, less than dung. Like food.
That's a specific place where dung is bad, by the way.
Yeah, extra poopy poop.
Oh, and there I go.
Oh no! Dun dun dun.
Alright, let's do that in a T-ball.
Dun dun dun.
You want to see if Chris Roberts comes to my funeral?
Sure, why not? We've been waiting to see. Does he care enough about you?
The funeral scenes are randomly generated from a bunch of different clips for who's tens.
I'm hiding my face in shame.
But he was more than that. He was a man.
Oh, let's see.
And
Maniacs there.
everyone he met.
Hey, maniac.
I wonder how it determines. I mean, I wonder if they're based on who you've flown with.
There's.
Oh, you know, maybe it's because maybe you'll only get that shot if all the wingmen are dead, because it's the racial shot.
Oh.
Maybe that's why. Because Maniac is dead, which can happen, you wouldn't see him there. Same for the reaction. They have two different reaction shots where it can be. Alright. Let's do this one more time.
Lokanda. You gotta talk to him.
You gotta skip through these conversations. 'Cause some of them are important.
You got Flint, Flash, and Cobra in this sequence.
Know something, especially the ones where you have a choice. You know, you can skip the non-choice conversations, but you want to do these choice ones because this gives her +1 liking you for the relationship system that's under the hood.
Oh, hey, getting dirty. You're gonna pick
She did good
Flint
last time. We'll fly with her again.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do that with Imrex.
Imrex. We are sponsored by Imrec, if anything.
I'm just gonna save that one.
Do you remember? Is there a company that makes the Imrex?
Their Pilum brand, the model line is Pilum.
Yeah, but that's not like, you know, McDonnell Douglas or Raytheon. You know?
Dad used to work for Raytheon.
Oh, there you go. Great ship.
I love the Thunderbolt.
Yep. They should have made some lore though about like how they also called it the jug because it looks like, you know, like a wine bottle or something, you know, or an old milk bottle, just like the old P-47.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, I mean, that's definitely what if they're calling it the Thunderbolt. I feel like probably more because of that than the A-10. Because I mean, hardly anybody calls it the A-10 Thunderbolt 2, which is its actual name. It's like how now people are finally making the F-16 not the Falcon, but the Viper, which is its actual name. Big guns. Great heavy fire. I thought it was based on how far you were in the game in terms of Mr. Roberts.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because it's dynamic and I...
Ooh, hello. Hello.
Good.
Okay, you just... I don't know who you just traded paint with.
Oh, he was really close, apparently.
Yes. I mean, I just watched the replay on this screen. I don't think it was that close. But... I see you've also not fixed your missile drops.
No, I screwed that up already.
Okay.
where all my missiles went.
Ah, I see. I see.
I'm almost tempted just to eject and restart this one, and I'm doing that.
Well,
Just not feeling it.
No, sometimes you don't. Yeah. Yep. And it's funny because we said we were going to burn right through this, and here we are. We're also at
Pretty fun, though.
an hour and 25 minutes, sir.
Hour 25?
Yep.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it's hard not to. Well, it's just a great mission because you have to beat up a lot of good stuff. You need to get everything. You lead with Vactoss, you get a cap ship, you get stealths, and then you get an ace. I mean, you really can't ask for more. I mean, carrier, although isn't there one of the carrier two missions where there is an ace? I
don't know if it shows up in the PC version.
So, I feel like somebody shows up during the not at the carrier, but either right before it or during the missions.
Maybe Blood Mist?
No, he's Black Mane.
Yeah,
he's Black Mane.
But I'm pretty sure the Dralthi and Vactoth aces do not appear in the Commander PC. But we will be seeing them in the 3DO.
One day, though, we'll figure it all out. Or, they'll do a remaster. Hopefully, everybody buy 10 copies of the Command & Conquer.
I hate easy targets.
Oh, yeah, EA is remastering Command & Conquer.
Yeah.
Should be exciting.
Which I don't understand why they're not.
I'd say certainly more cultural cachet these days.
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe I could be wrong. I love Command & Conquer. I love RTSs, so RTS guy, I feel like that's left.
Be sure to check out Nerdle's other channel, the RTS guy.
Yeah, I'm the only guy who gets excited. Like Steel Division's about to start putting out some new DLC that I was pretty pumped about. They're fixing some stuff, although that company sometimes does stuff ass backwards and I'll never understand, like adding a tutorial 4 months after a game's been released and it's why its player base has dropped off to very little.
These game designers, I tell you what.
I mean, yeah, that first week, you go on to 2,000 people playing Prime American Idol, and everyone gets 250. But they're trying to fix it. But here we are. Dark Head. Yep.
So they call them deuces. That's one of those whole cloth lore things too, because like there's no actual thing in Wing Commander. They don't actually attack in twos in Wing Commander 3. It's pure fabrication to fill out the hint book.
It's a great thing though. It does make sense. Here, our first Straka encounter.
The Straka, that is such a cool effect. They really do ambush you, and you suddenly get hits from all sides, and there's Straka everywhere.
Yep.
So that's a cool. Whoa.
Well, that's not cool. Beat me up, dude.
No.
You might want to add some speed, my friend. I think that's what's kind of cool. Hello. I don't. Wait, is there? There's no sync. I don't think. Does Wing Commander 3 have syncing the guns, or is it just 4?
I don't recall.
The Alt-G, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. No, there's no Alt-G in Wing 3.
Yeah, I feel like there's just Wing Commander 4 that allows you to do that, to synchronize the timing on the weapons. Which can be important, because that actually helps recharge your guns at times if the one is a slightly longer fire rate. Taking it to him. And away we go with a Dralthi. Putting that jug right through him. What's great is your turret. Which gets it kind of an inglamorous appearance of Wing Commander 3 as just the white block
Like Block Gun.
Yeah.
Although interesting, the manual says that the master driver has gone out of service, or maybe it's the neutron gun.
I think it's neutron gun is the one that goes out of service.
But it's still available as one of the.
Yeah, doesn't the Hellcat have neutron? Isn't it ion?
Yeah, it's actually in the game, even though the manual says it's out of service. And then the PlayStation manual is amended to say something else.
Just music. Somebody's getting mad. Oh, did you try to kill the destroyer? Let's go off the
Yes, I was thinking there wouldn't be more waves of spawns if I whacked the destroyer first.
That's the kind of the trade-off in this when you want to, sometimes you want to kill the cap ship all by itself just for the fun of being able to look at it and strip it bare, but then you typically, it carries fighters, so it will continue to launch waves.
But I'll play on invulnerable sometimes, and that's the fun of it. You can just look at stuff and see how it works. But I'm actually playing on reasonable difficulty like this. It worked. We didn't get the other spawns of Drothy.
All right then. There we go. Just
Bogies in sight.
a little bit of dirt. And here we are. Fireclaw. Oh, just firing missiles at him. Firing missiles at everybody. Look at this. Just letting them ride. This is, oh, hello. Boom! Look at this. He's getting pretty lucky with those. I was amazed that you had that.
There's 3 of them, yeah.
Damn, I did not. I expected maybe 1 or 2. But there you go, my friend. That's a good feeling. You are worth more than that. Not much, but you're worth a little bit more.
Fireclaw survived. I figured he would.
Well, yeah, he's probably pumping out decoys left and right. He's not being chatty, though.
No, he's not. Hey, buddy.
Going home in a box. I hate easy targets.
You are worthless for the dung unlike as me.
Interesting how he thinks about me vis-a-vis the dung on Ranka 3.
What was that poop? Why waste time with your maneuvers, Terran? Your death is imminent. It's a good one. Up. Look at that paint job.
Yeah, you can see.
Oh! We can only see it as it's smeared across.
For a very brief moment. But each of the ace pilots in Wing Commander 3 has its own paint scheme.
Well, you can see him now. He's just the paint scheme's just smeared off the back 3/4 of your Thunderbolt. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, wow. Different spelling in the subtitles there. It's Lakanda.
Lakanda, yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. It's always a fun experience like that. We're like, hey, look at that! Oh no! Instead, see him destroyed everywhere. Oh. All right. We're gonna have 2 conversation choices coming up for this series.
Let me ask you, I don't trust our own guide for any of this.
I think you're right as well. I also know that, but I'm just trying to let you know there should be probably that. Because I remember these ones.
Let's see, nobody here.
No. Yep.
It's Vagabond.
You've been in these parts before,
There's no
right?
drinking gambling problem.
Word is the Kilrathi have let the system pretty dry over the years.
Wakanda's always been hotly contested.
A few months ago, I heard stories about some backwater system the Kilrathi had under siege for months. But after they cleaned it out, they didn't just move on. They dusted it with some new biological weapon. The whole system supposedly a total biohazmat. really ugly.
Now,
And when you
if
get near
we
it,
had the news briefings from the 3DO version, we would also be hearing about biotax and so
nobody
on.
even talks about it.
So wouldn't it feel out of nowhere in this?
It does feel kind of out of nowhere because suddenly we're talking about the thing for the next mission.
Yeah.
But at least with the news, it's a little bit more solid. And of course, the novel makes it like the point of the first half of the book.
Yeah.
And he might be right.
He might be right.
The cat stew surprises me anymore.
You're like, what? When someone warns you about your generational enemy using bioweapons, maybe worry about it. Nah, no problem.
I'm in a cockpit of a fighter. I don't go outside breathe planetary air.
2 aces.
Hey, just had to make sure. Total Kitty's whacked.
No, I should save this
You
game.
should. And then your next conversation should be in gunnery control. Which, this is a race mission.
Hello, Hobbs.
Hello, Colonel. Let me tell you about the time I used to
Yeah.
raid these planets. Look at my
It puzzles me.
layered
these
hair.
Reports that the
Why do the
Kilrathi are
Kilrathi not do that?
surrendering the
No, I
system.
can't unsee it.
Surrender. Though I know the word in your language, I still fail in truly grasping it. I cannot guess at all what my one-time comrades might do. And Kilrathi are most dangerous.
I love the
when they
wide
are
shot where you see them from
unpredictable.
outside the ship. It's just an example of them using the limitation. You can't move the camera, all these things, but still finding a unique way to do it that makes it seem more than just like talking heads in front of a background.
Yeah, that makes you feel like you're.
Let's get started, Colonel.
More in that mode.
Yes, sir.
Let's get started, Colonel.
We've still got more questions than answers on Kilrathi operations here. Some of the Kilrathi forces are pulling out, other elements are closing in on Lacondo 4. Intel thinks
He
they've
says
got
Lacondo.
warheads tipped with a new
Nobody can
kind
say
of
this damn system's
bioweapon
name.
capable of spreading an epidemic over the whole planet within minutes. If Intel's
Pandemic
correct,
within minutes.
the half-life of this virus is
I don't think
over
viruses have
5
half-lives.
years.
You're thinking of radioactive material.
Can't let a single warhead slip through and strike the
Not a
planet.
single warhead can slip
If the
through.
warhead's bio, the
Is that the
civilians
Babylon
on
5
Lacondo
font?
4 will
Well,
they'll die slow
might
deaths
be.
from a ravaging
Simulation?
disease, and
Ooh,
all we'll be able to
definitely
do
could be.
is
Definitely could
pull
be.
out of here as fast as we
If
can.
only we had a one-volume
Good luck, son.
encyclopedia of all the knowledge. Not a
And
scam.
to who was that simulation valuable?
These are the mission
Uh,
objectives.
Yeah, not really us. I mean, I don't really need to be
and
told
one
about
last
people
thing.
dying. Just tell me to do stuff.
Oh, where could they have gone? What's happening here? Oh, gosh.
Ain't nothing happening
Vagabond,
here.
I want you as my wingman.
Vagabond. What are you gonna do here? Are you gonna go with the Thunderbolt?
I think I should go with the Thunderbolt because we're going to be up against a cruiser.
That's true. That's true.
This is a long mission.
No, I'm sorry. No, this is just the missile. The next. Oh no, that's the end of it. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. It considers them 2 missions because you make the choice.
Yeah, you make the choice.
And then it loads another. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I didn't realize it considered that too. My apologies. Yes. We've got a planet right outside the window.
Yeah, we've got because we're closer to the Canada now. We've got a skybox object that's
We've got Loconda
right there.
And let's see. Oops. Just sending some index off. Burn, big burn. Didn't touch the torpedo.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna live through this one. I made some mistakes there.
Just say the word, sir.
Just say the word, Colonel.
Everyone, you should
Break an attack. Here we go.
Closing. I believe there are 3 missiles we can shoot down.
I believe that is correct. Or there can be 3. If you kill the destroyer fast enough, there can be only 1. But,
it's very hard.
It's very...
Ooh. Nice job. That was, I mean, hey.
Yay.
Kills, kill, man. I don't see...
No, I got him. I got all 3.
Oh, I thought you only got 2. Nice work. Nice work.
Vagabond got the destroyer.
Nailed that critter.
Nailed that critter.
Straka jerk.
So who's out there in Chatland tonight? Any questions from the crowd?
No, we've got Poop Talk.
Poop Talk, okay.
Poop Talk. And, stuff about resolution. Yeah, no. And then, some weird mouse look. Anger and Discord.
Anger
I use well, in FPS is like on, on Xbox and stuff like that, or anything, I always put inverted look. So I'm so used to playing flight sims that my brain is now wired that that's just how things work.
While you were out there, Intel did confirm that the Karathi warhead loadouts were biohazard in nature. You're clear.
They confirm. How did Intel do that while you were shooting them down? I mean, this intelligence service seems very odd.
I mean, maybe they captured a spy somewhere or a enemy pilot or something.
Sure.
By the way, the phrase "lunar outreach" is fantastic. That is, mwah. That is something somebody says in an Asimov story in 1954. Larry Niven owned space before it got all about weird sex. And you look now. I have to choose going after Flint or not going after Flint.
I'm going after her, Captain.
Whoa. What is happening?
There's a bunch of eBay updates all at once.
Holy shit. I thought there was like 50 Amber Alerts. That was like 500 eBay alerts. That was crazy. For a second I thought we were like, they'd launched an attack or something and we were like, end of the stream!
So the interesting thing about this mission...
This totally optional mission.
This totally optional mission is that it's also entirely random. Normally Wing Commander mission has very set nav points. This particular mission has the same nav points, but it has a bank of nav points, and it will randomly give you a couple of them. And that technology is not used anywhere else. It's purely in this one mission. And it does make the game a lot less predictable. But they use it here, and it's so weird.
That is weird.
Like, sometimes you will find a nav point with a transport that's labeled Scout. Like our Scout. A lot of times you won't.
Yeah.
Sometimes your first nav point will be the one with the cruiser, and you won't have to continue. It's the degree to which you search for Flint is kind of random.
Interesting. And choosing to go after her also increases the ship's morale, so you probably need to look out. This will also be our first experience with the Falcon tip. We've not seen one of them yet. We've just seen Corvettes and Spike Destroyers.
Corvettes and Hillbilly music.
So we have a fourth Falcon team. Those are... oh, we got a Corvette too. Which this is.
I think we honestly can skip that Corvette.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Fallout 2 is no joke with all those the yellow shot AMGs.
Yeah, we want to stay away from that.
It's a real ass kicker. Aside from the Confederation frigate, are there any unused cap ship models or concepts you know from Wing Commander 3? Just the Kilrathi, right? The tanker?
There's a tanker. There was a Kilrathi light carrier that was sketched, but not actually modeled. Anything that was... The missile turrets went wrong towards the end of Wing Commander 3, and they cut them entirely. So there's a couple of missile-specific things, including missile tanks from the ground. The games tree includes 3D versions of the Ace fighters that don't appear in this version. So there's a cool Dralthi and a cool Vaktoth in red paint that are in there.
Do you know where is there any design docs or mission docs that explain where they were supposed to show up and what system?
No, I don't believe there are, because they show up. They add them back to the 3DO version, but it's different missions in general.
Okay.
So unfortunately, for Wing Commander Prophecy, for instance, we have the day-to-day production notes that really tell you how exactly the game came together.
Sure.
For Wing Commander 3, there's a lot less out there. There's some kind of prestige docs from the end of the product where they, here's our script, here's how we did this, but not so much of the day-to-day.
How we chose this, how we chose that.
Yeah, which I would certainly love to see someday. But
yeah, the good stuff in history. That's how you really figure stuff out. Is how the decisions are made as opposed to the games. It is making you earn this though, Flint.
Really, it is. And if I eject or something, it's fine because
she still comes back.
She still comes back. So this is purely
ship morale.
Go as far as you want. Yeah.
Yeah. You lose morale if you don't do it. In the end, though, the wingman doesn't go away.
But I don't know if you lose the morale if you. I think it might be just the question rather than the performance.
So you could just immediately eject. I gotcha. I've dishonored my clan.
That guy.
Nobody gives a rat's or Kilrathi Patootie. And here we go.
Okay,
there
so we're not going to see that.
Healthy too. Just looks like something to stab somebody in the head with. They will handle this. A mean looking shot. Flint is dropping 14,000 decoys, as you can see on the radar.
Loves decoys.
Hey.
Well, I don't think we sunk that cruise, that's for sure.
Nope.
Oh, but we hit it.
No, yeah, one torpedo won't put her down. It's a 2-torpedo ship. Watch out for those AMG bolts coming at you, though. Oh, shoot. Oh. Hold up.
I'm still in the cone.
Yeah, you're still in the envelope there. There's nothing quite like seeing that too, though. Just gigantic round, just missing you.
So many missiles in the air.
No, these are all her decoys.
Those are all her decoys.
I feel like for whatever reason, friendly AI decoys show up. Because I just remember, if you look and you see the probably multiple decoys blinking. More dark cats. I think it's very rare to
Well, I must have hit it because I got it all.
Well, no, somebody just saying it didn't risk that because you were flying pretty far out. I don't even know. But yeah, as I say, I feel like I almost never have these cases. They're not as they're smaller or as far. Or the weapon effects, I should say, are different. There's less splash damage. Still catting our way through the day.
Did Cobra Flint always flying a Thunderbolt? Or is she flying a longbow?
No, she always flies a longbow. Long, right? Yeah. I feel like... Oh, you know what? Those aren't... I'm an idiot. Those aren't decoys. Those are mines.
Oh.
That's what she's dropping.
Oh, okay. Because she's like a longbow.
Yeah, the mines aren't. Yeah, that's what it was. Duh. Sorry, that was my bad. I just remember, because I did think in my head, like, I remember something blinking that she drops a lot of them. They're always like...
Unable to reach mission objective.
Oh, she died. Cruiser got her. But that's fine, because it doesn't matter. She's going to be there anyway.
Now it's just a matter of pride and principle. No! Alright.
I mean, do I want to bother? Oh.
Dude, what do you mean? You gonna leave that cruiser there for some other squadron not to kill? What's gonna happen, when they come through here, huh? This is your Saving Private Ryan with machine gun burst.
It's gonna kill me and I'm gonna have to fly this very long mission again.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Oh, he puts a little rubbing on the shield and then he bails.
It wasn't gonna work out.
No, it was probably not gonna work out. You're correct. You are correct. You are correct.
But that's fine, because
everything's fine. There. Everything's fine. And look, it even got back to the victory right side up, which is a rarity. It's a sign. Sign. Oh.
If you're reading along with us in the Wing Commander 3 novelization, we're doing chapters 9 through 14, which cover this series, with some interesting alternate takes. One of those missions would have been a whole lot harder in the novel.
You sure you're okay?
Like switching discs.
I'm sorry you had to come after me.
Forget it. Sometimes I feel the same way. I'd like to kill every one of those Kiarates my own self. Take care of yourself, girl.
So this particular scene had to be shot something like 4 or 8 different ways, because there's...
She risked too much.
You can not have come to rescue her, you can have tried to rescue her, or you can have not... You can have rescued her. So there's all sorts of different versions of this particular interaction.
Huh. The day I do that, I expect a stiff dressing down, mister. That's an order.
Sir, my father didn't read his children bedtime stories. He read to us from the Regs manuals. I know there are certain actions.
Sounds like a really boring dad.
Give her a break, Grounder. Give her a break. Book regs are not war regs. If this were peacetime, I'd ground you faster than a tachyon. Now that's
faster than a tachyon.
But don't make one of us come after you again.
That, sir, would be an indulgence.
Kiarates, there's always a different way of saying everything, I guess.
Which I like, because that's how real words are. Some.
Sure, like Wakanda. And out we go, jumping to everyone's favorite, the Black Main System.
It's the system you're the most likely to forget if you're trying to remember Wing Commander 3.
I don't know, because I feel like the Starbase is such a memorable thing.
The Starbase is cool, but it feels like this is such an incidental in terms of the narrative. You know, it feels like you go right to Ariel after. That seems like the next big thing. So
I don't know, because I feel like, defending this, it's hard to. I feel like I hardly lose Black Main, but you get Blood Mist, you get a very long station to fly through. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So that was our look at Wing Commander 3 for the week. We will be doing the 3DO version of those missions next week.
And Bubba Book Club.
And Bubba Book Club. Bubba Book Club.
And now we're getting to
Righteous Fire. We've been promising it all summer. And summer is gone now, and the fall of Righteous Fire has begun.
Dun dun dun.
So what is Righteous Fire? Righteous Fire is...
Thanks, student.
Righteous Fire is the first and only add-on to Privateer. I'm going to start up right now.
Which is a great thing to have.
Righteous Fire came out in 1994.
And we should let them see.
Yeah, we'll let them see the intro.
1 year later.
Please.
Huh?
Base command
Hope sounds good.
me to notify you
so,
of a recent theft.
Theft?
Probably
What are you talking about?
Unknown persons have tampered with the spaceship registered under your name. Analysis has indicated that one cannon has been dismounted and taken. The ship is otherwise undamaged.
Which gun? Do you know which gun?
Your most recent docking record indicates that the stolen cannon is
sure.
of an unregistered type.
They stole my Steltec gun?
Is it always showing that?
A report is available at the base command offices.
Why did it?
Listen,
What just happened?
I don't think you understand
There was a big.
That gun represents
I don't think it was
blood,
that far behind.
sweat, and money.
Macro
It's
blocker or something.
irreplaceable.
Maybe,
and you
yeah, 'cause it does
almost
stuff
let
like
somebody
that.
walk
Say
off
it
with it?
disappeared.
This is outrageous. I paid my
I don't know
docking
if that's
fee
actually
for
just
actual
weird.
security. Not some bunch of 10 idiots. I ought to blow you to bits right here. In fact,
Desist.
Ooh.
then again, who am I to tell you how to do your job?
To file a security complaint, please begin by completing the appropriate forms. A base command representative will be able to help you. Have a pleasurable stay on Jolson.
They stole my gun. My beautiful Steltec gun.
It's a jerk.
So as is the tradition with some of these Origin add-ons, they really kick you in the pants at the start. You lost your Steltec gun.
Jerks.
And we're going to load our old one, save game 1. We find ourselves here at a pleasure planet.
Oh, hey, all right then. At least we know. We can drown our sorrows.
So in late 1990, Origin discovered that you could make a whole bunch of money by doing mission discs for games. Start with the Secret Missions of Wing Commander 1, which was an unexpected hit. And the process for this basically became you take some leftover assets, a minimum amount of staff, so maybe a mission designer and possibly an artist for a couple days or a week or something, and you try to put together a very small added experience for the game.
Okay.
Wing Commander 1 and 2, those ended up, and Strike Commandos ended up being extra little campaigns. You have 16 to 22 mission campaigns that mostly used the same talking heads and aircraft, spacecraft, weapons, and so on, with a couple little bits added. And either those things that were added would be created bespoke for that add-on, or they would be taken from all the unused stuff from the larger, more expensive production.
Sure.
So when it came to time to do Privateer, that's exactly what they did. Righteous Fire is a 2-disc add-on for Privateer that kind of scrounges a lot of material from around the company to add stuff to Privateer. Even that intro with the guard and all that animation, that was all created for something that was cut from the original Privateer.
Okay.
They do have an artist do some new components for your ships, and they very smartly go through and they give you some very, very expensive new upgrades.
Yeah.
So there are all these money sinks that give you something to do, even though they're adding very little to the game. There's not a new ship to fly. There's going to be one new ship to fight, which we will see a little bit later. And even that is reused art assets from Super Wing Commander. But let me go through the upgrades. So we now have a new gun called the Fusion Cannon, and you can almost see this is a different artist. This is
you notice on all of them.
It looks very different. This is not something left over from Privateer. There's a gun cooler at 300,000 credits. We've got where's my missiles? Your shield generators can now go higher. So instead of a 3, you can do a 4 on the Centurion. The Orion goes up to 7. Even the Tarsus starts. Even the Tarsus gets more upgrades. In fact, if you start this totally anew, you will have a fancier Tarsus as your base ship.
Oh, hey.
So there's a shield regenerator that speeds up regeneration. Engine upgrades are better. Speed enhancer, thrust enhancer. You stay up late at night, you'll see ads for those things. There's isometal armor, which again you can see it's not the same render. It's somebody rendering the same thing from a different angle.
Yeah.
Advanced droid.
Yeah.
All sorts of cool stuff. And we get to do something very, very pleasurable right now because we spent all those weeks the post-game privateer. So we have all this money that we're just going to go right ahead and upgrade quite a bit. We're going to sell our shields and engines. Don't need our tungsten armor anymore.
Don't need no
need the repair droid. Be everything. Okay, so let's
up to 1.5.
1.5. Let's go ahead and upgrade this guy.
Oh, our money counter isn't showing up. Wait a moment.
Oh, maybe it's because it's righteous fire. Well, I think the training said that it was fine to use it with righteous fire. So let's
see. Well, he should be okay. So he might be around.
Money counter.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. All right, so you just spent 400,000.
400,000 on
guns.
Miss my fusion cannon. I will not. 300,000 on the gun cooler.
Yep.
What else do we have here? Shield gen for 100,000.
Regen.
Regen. Engine upgrade 4.
Speed enhancer.
Speed enhancer. We're running. Well, let me make sure I get the
armor.
We want the armor for sure. We want the droid for sure.
I think you're gonna be close.
I think
you're gonna be close. You're gonna do it. Yep. You're gonna have plenty.
All right. So
with 89K to spend, what are you going? Great job.
Well,
Great job.
Theoretically, we could spend another 200,000 getting fusion cannons for the turret.
So that's kind of ridiculous.
We'll get there very soon.
That's kind of ridiculous, though.
But
so here we are in our full
Super Centurion.
Yeah, this is a Super Centurion without question. It's fully pimped out, ready to go.
Yeah, and we're gonna head to the Oxford system, but take a mission on the way.
I was gonna say you should also coming into this game. How does it? It's a little bit more open world than say Privateer in terms, right? It gives you.
Yeah, we have some options for how we start the game. Instead of having to find one crumb and then follow it, I think there are 3 different series of missions we can pick up right now. One of which is going back to Taylor, one is going back to Oxford, and the other one I think is going back to Lynn Murphy.
Okay. So you got Masterson. Who is at Oxford? Lynn Murphy, who... Lynn's at New Constantinople. No, Edom. She's at Edom in the New Constantinople system. Gooden is at Perry, right?
That's right.
But do you get her right away, too?
No, I think she's a little bit later.
Yeah. Talia.
You're finished, flyboy.
Oh no, pirates.
What should you ever do?
See my,
Now, is that something different where actually I don't remember being able to see 2 planets like that with the background image and then the actual base?
No, it's a normal thing. It's just where it's in the skybox.
Your ITTS is not, as I was going crazy.
Whoa.
You can use your trigger.
Where's my ITTS?
You did.
Oh, maybe. I hit the wrong eye.
Ay. I don't know, they look like super neutron bolts.
Yeah, they do stand out quite a bit. But boy, are they awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's do a quick patrol of this system, and then we'll head to Oxford.
Making our way through. But yeah, this allows you to kind of take some of those different paths and start off. But you have to... so does the documentation provide you with any clues for this to find them, or are you just expected to
No,
stumble?
I don't believe it does.
But I feel like, yeah, you're supposed to kind of stumble around, right? I don't even think any of the README files on there tell you anything. I guess you're just kind of expected to know...
Yeah, to check out your old haunts.
Yeah. Although, like, Edom and... Like, who's going to go to Edom? You know, some of them are kind of weird.
Well, you get hints from the others, so once you find one, they'll tell you.
Point to the other. Okay.
We've got this sector bottled tight, friend. We've got this sector bottled tight, friend.
Auto tracking, which is kind of
This crate's about to explode.
Gee, for spending all that money, sure don't have a lot of gun juice right now, and you need it.
Oh, you know I didn't turn down my shields like I used to.
Oh.
I was level 4 or 4.
Something I never do.
I mean, the smart thing to do is just have the low, have level 3 shields and.
Sure, but you never know when you want to turn them up.
Yeah, you occasionally have an asteroid mission or something.
Sure.
But look, you can see I'm about 100 kps faster than I used to be, and then.
Yeah.
Thanks to those speed enhancers. I'm not gonna fight you, hunters.
If you're smart,
you're my
you'll
friends.
watch your back.
You're my friends.
Just smoking out a little game, flyboy.
Just smoking out a little game, flyboy.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected.
So you got any big plans this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. I was debating maybe trying to make a quick getaway somewhere into the mountains for the weekend, but I don't know yet. I've not thought about it. There's something that is on my thoughts to do.
Business
I was just
treating
seeing
you well?
what Thursday Night Football is, the Eagles versus the Packers this year. But other than that, I'm not sure. It was one of those things I had not really thought of yet. I know it's supposed to be really hot on Saturday, so I don't know. Unpleasant. You know?
I've heard that also. We're going back up to Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? I was gonna say,
maybe it'll be slightly cooler there.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking to go away too. It's like supposed to be so hot here still. Even though it is almost October. This is just how it kind of was last year though too. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
It's hunters for days. Hunters
But your
for
death
days.
is my gains.
Yep. Other than that, not too sure. I'm trying to think what else. I've been still playing through Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Just smoking out a
I'm
game, flyboy.
Well, I'm making my way to the systems to start to continue the plot. I've mostly been just kind of stacking up cash.
One thing folks may notice as we fly around is while the appearance of ships has not changed, some of the stats have. So, for instance, all the Kilrathi ships have beefier guns now. And you'll see other little changes in armament and performance for enemy ships.
A bonus, if you will.
There's the train.
Not wiggling now, but look at that. That's such a
Hello, Masterson. I've come looking for a little help.
Hey, you jerkface, remember me? Hey, I'm really happy to see
You
you.
misunderstood. I'm looking for information that'll help me find my gun.
I heard news. I
Now
thought
he's
that gun
calm,
was
see?
dangerous
Now he's not
in your
shocked. The
hands,
first
but
image, he's like, what the
perhaps
hell
we
are
can
you
trade
doing?
services. I have a friend who considers himself an expert on every fringe organization in Gemini. He has his ear open to all underground activity, but he's leery of meeting new people. Somewhat paranoid. I can't blame him. He's pretty unpopular from exposing certain groups. But if you could help me out, I would consider introducing you.
Meeting your friend doesn't sound too exciting, but I can check my own leads with your money. I hope you're not expecting charity work.
Well, we are an academic institution and rather needy at the moment. The constant threat from the retros has us worried.
Can't unsee it once you see it.
We are disassembling the Oxford Library. With the retros on the rise, having all our knowledge in one place has become dangerous. We've become too big of a target, and with the Confederation
gonna happen to the Internet
occupied with
Archive
the
someday.
Kilrathi, we're virtually unprotected. I need you to deliver
It
part
seems
of
like
our
a
rare books
sad
collection to
thing,
a
though.
safer
We're
place.
flying the
Based here
escort
in New
missions that are taking apart the
Constantinople, the job
library.
pays 10,000.
Yeah, sending it
How
off to
about it?
somewhere. Well, you just can't, you know, what it tells you is you
Hurry
just
back
can't
for
hold
more
planets
work and
in
I'll see
flux
about
and
locating
expect
my
to
friend.
somehow thrive.
Alright, let's fly this mission. Deliver cargo to Edom in the New Constantinople system. So we want to jump to anywhere really. X6N will be fine.
Let me know if you hit trouble in my quad.
Will do.
Yes, Chad has some good points.
What's that?
They're talking about the Privateer remake and the weird mods, and then Sebastian's even playing Saga. He enjoyed it, then the writing can be a bit much. Which,
Retros, they've never been a major problem before.
What could they be? Could you think their righteous fire may play a role in this add-on? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Yep.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected. You may proceed.
Just cruising our way through.
Working our way through.
And we really talked Privateer to death, so there's really not much left in terms of our color commentary.
What I would be really interested to do is to take apart Righteous Fire's executable and find out if it changes at all the random spawns. I wonder if I'm more likely to find retros, or if the actual makeup of the Gemini sector has changed. It very well may have.
Yeah, I could see them doing a few of those, maybe tweaking some of them, especially in like Ferris or something, turning up.
Oh, look where he sent me, to Lynn Murphy.
Oh, hey, Lynn.
Hey,
what's up?
Privateer.
Remember me?
Long time no see.
For all those times I tried to hit on you?
Murphy to you. You want a job?
Let's hear what you've got.
Pirate activity in 44P1M has had the locals worried for a long time. But now the retros are showing up too. And the interested parties want to act before it's too late. Your job is to patrol 44P1M and destroy all pirate and retro craft encountered. Come back here afterwards. After I take my cut of the proceeds, you'll get 10,000.
Just, how big is your cut?
That's not your concern. 10,000 for an easy patrol. How about it?
No thanks.
Your
So I can fly the mission now, or I can go back to Masterson. So I'm going to go back to Masterson.
He is your master, son. At least in this series. Which will take you a few missions. Let's check the stats. Wow.
Well, that's the game telling me where she is.
Alright then. Well, you have 4 more missions with Mr. Masterson.
Missions Masterson.
Masterson missions. Mastersons. Yep. Because he's lost his friend. Damn friend of his is the heart. He adds those missions.
Any friend of Masterson's is a friend of mine.
Prepare to be searched.
I don't know. He seems to know some
Maintain
shady
speed
people
and
if you think
course.
about it.
No contraband.
Which
detected.
librarian?
You may proceed.
Here.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected. You may
These
proceed.
missions are mostly
Cargo runs?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, my recollection of the Masterson missions is there's nothing as exciting as the ones from the previous game, where you escort Hutter Toth and destroy the Black Rhombus and so on.
Yeah, no, it's literally you're gonna patrol Oxford, and
Good
you're
to
gonna
see
do
you
a cargo
back.
run.
We've been needing your help.
And then you're gonna do
I didn't realize how dangerous
system
research has
escort.
gotten.
The retros
and
are
then
always at
another
our throats
cargo
trying to stop it. And the pirates trying to get
another-
to it.
which
Which
develops
of course
another
could
need for
mean
you
money
to
for
carry.
you. We need someone to patrol Oxford.
Well, I suppose
But that
I could
also-
take
and
easy
Perry,
money
you get
from
the
you.
special- that's
Don't
the
you have
first,
less skilled help for your simple
Cat one.
The
chores?
militia
that's
reinforcements are
your-
weeks
no,
late.
that's your
They're in
first,
high demand
games
these
with the,
days.
new enemy
We
ship.
need you to patrol each nav point and eliminate any threats. Fanatical or opportunistic. Come
Well,
back
that'll
here
be a
for
pretty
payment.
exciting thing
I
to
could
see.
use the target practice, but not for free, of course.
I can offer the usual 10,000.
It will.
Good luck. See you soon.
I'll fly around the system for you. We'll see what you've got. Probably
retros.
I'm shocked.
If you're just joining us, retros are most easily identified by the fact that their white talons are white versus the others, which are grayish.
Very hard to notice, though.
I've always found the retros easier to tell. Like pirates and militia, I get confused sometimes.
Can it be?
Yeah.
The retros also have a huge eye painted on the side of their talon, but you can't really see it in combat.
No.
Which is, I think, one of the reasons why they probably changed the art in the UK or the European version, because looking at the 3D models, you certainly associate the retros with the eye symbol.
Sure.
But you don't. The player who goes through Privateer does not, because you rarely even see it.
Yeah, if you even notice it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Repent and accept our righteous judgment.
Why are they headed to Oxford?
They don't like books.
God isn't a book.
They're digibooks. I don't like those ones.
Because obviously the idea of there being a space library that's the one place all the information is stored is not a very 21st century concept, but it's... Honestly, it's not even a late 20th century concept. It's something that should show up in the original Star Trek.
Yeah, that's more like an...
Oh, the Federation is abandoning Mindbank Alpha! The supercomputer that...
Everything's kept on with no backups anywhere. Because this planet has this perfect cooling conditions for massive microprocessors. And vacuum tubes. Lots and lots of vacuum tubes.
Yeah, I don't know if we have microprocessors that would fine.
Okay, vacuum tubes.
Well, that was interesting because it was a whole bunch of retros after running towards Oxford itself. So,
all right then. They wanted to get in before the library closed.
They're actually just returning books.
Yeah, they don't want that late fee. They can't afford it. They're a non-profit. You know, so the Church of Man is a tough place. Tough place.
More retro. Oh, pirates. Okay.
You're about to suck void, buddy.
Prepare to suck void, lady. Prepare to suck void.
And what do we have here? More pirates.
You're finished, flyboy.
This is a real crap hole right now. Crud hole. Crumb hole.
Poop hole. This is a real doo-doo fest, if you ask me. Nope, except now he's dead. Except now he is dead.
That was an odd patrol because the red of the nav points didn't go off after I visited
Keep your
them.
eyes peeled
I wonder if
for
patrols
trouble,
are slightly different in this version.
Perhaps.
Now entering an automatic
Little bald man.
Hello, Masterson. I'm back.
Great.
What's
Oh,
next?
I was so excited.
I need
at
you to
first. I was
deliver
like,
part of
what?
our
Why,
rare
you're
books
back?
collection to Burton
Trying to
and
get you
Junction.
killed.
The job pays 10,000. Return here afterwards. How about it? Hurry back
course
for more
we're going
work,
to
and I'll
accept.
see about locating my friend.
We shall make your mission all the way to Junction.
Junction system, what's your function?
Hooking up Masterson with some rare books.
Alright, so we want to go to XXN.
Yep. XXN 119 CE.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband
3
detected.
jumps for 10,000
You may
bucks.
proceed.
6 jumps total.
Oh, who's counting?
You're finished, flyboy.
Pirates Trap.
Yep. You can tell we've done a whole summer of cards here because we really have talked the absolute hell out of it.
Oh, there's more to say.
I don't know. Not yet. I mean, I do like how Righteous Fire allows you to, start the plot from
This crate's about to explode.
multiple points. Whoever you just stumble across first, that's a great thing. I mean,
well, I have a mystery to introduce.
Ooh.
I have found notes in the limited privateer development material we have, which refers to the Steltech storyline as being the first tactical operations disc.
Okay.
Rather than it being the plot of the main game.
Okay.
I've also found from the 3D archive that the cutscene with the man with the robo guy with the gun was done for the base game and not used. So I'm curious if there was something much larger cut from Privateer that we don't know about.
So an original plot where then they worked in the Steltech as a...
Yeah, they some plot they cut from Privateer and instead used the first mission disc. Because certainly another aspect of Privateer is of Origin games at that time was that you would try to have 2 mission discs per product. And in fact, back in the day, Babbage's had listed a second Privateer Tactical Missions disc or something that just never happened, and I have never found any reference to it actually being in development. But I'm curious what happened behind the scenes there.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know what they were thinking. I mean, because this is something too. I feel like you could definitely probably squeeze out more than 2 mission discs for it.
In fact, I kind of wonder if what happened was perhaps Privateer was not supposed to have a campaign originally at all, and
just you kind of blasting around.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting game, but it would have nowhere near the life that I feel like we still give it.
Yeah, and none of the assets for the campaign are anything out of the ordinary in that sense.
Just the stealth. What is it? 3 ships.
How's it going, friend?
Yeah, the Steltech, the ships. There was a cutscene they did. The intro.
Scene.
Although again, we've also seen imagery out there of a different intro that has demons rendered in it. So there may have been some very different plan for Privateer that went a little bit into development. I'd love to know more. Nobody in the bar.
Nope.
Let's get back to Oxford.
Just running back and forth.
Just a delivery boy.
Where is the alternate Privateer intro video?
Alternate intro video?
The one you were talking about the demons.
Oh, it's just stills that have appeared of them rendered.
Gotcha. Which would be on the CIC.
Yes.
So search for Privateer.
They show up in a lot of the early Privateer behind-the-scenes stories when they did the first press junket in magazines.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected. You may proceed.
Patrol to civilian craft. Keep your distance.
After this, you have Well, so after you have one in Oxford mission, and then it takes you all the way out to Perry.
All right.
That's it.
That should be good for tonight, I think.
Yeah, we made some good money. We're up over 130,000 credits. I mean, although we really have
no use
nothing
for
to money. Yes.
Well, not entirely true because obviously we can buy the turret if we care about it. We don't really.
No.
But for 200,000 credits, Roma Lynch will reset our reputations.
That's right. So yeah, we have that. That's about really the only thing. Otherwise, this is all just cash to burn. Just cash to burn.
Basically, we want to make sure we end the campaign with 200,000 so we can reset all those relationships.
Keep your eyes peeled for trouble, Ace.
Shouldn't be too bad.
The advantage is
Although I don't think I've ever bothered to have Lynch reset my relationships, to be honest.
Try to do something with the money, and that'll be something we can do after the Righteous Fire post game.
Yeah.
Smoking out a little game, fly boy.
Righteous Fire post game. Now there's something you don't often think of, huh?
I've got a save game somewhere where it's hundreds of hours of Righteous Fire.
That's crazy. Because at that point, yeah, I mean, I guess you could, but yeah, I mean, that you're just gonna, you know, if you want to live in your own world and do stuff, I guess that you could totally do that.
The only other insane thing you can do is there's a way to make the retros friendly with you, which is to kill something like 6,700. There's some specific number at which point the memory will roll over and they'll be friendly.
Huh. Well, that's crazy.
I don't have time to swap pleasantries. We have a freighter making the jump to Saxo from Nav-1 Oxford system.
Fill up your ship.
We're making a series of transports of library support machinery. We believe they could be in some danger from retro attacks. Escort the freighter and make sure it jumps out safely. And return here for your payment, along with more work.
How long before they strike?
They could arrive at any moment. Please help. Surely 10,000 credits still interest you.
For the memory?
For the memory?
Okay,
exactly.
I'll save
Oh,
your
that could be right,
but
yeah.
I better get a full letter of recommendation to your friend.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I should repair my ship.
Yep.
Escort mission. When I hear escort mission,
volunteer.
I think.
You will escort us to Nav-1, and don't abandon us before we jump out. I sure hope you're a good shot.
Yeah, but I think missiles to kill them as fast as possible.
That's true. That is very true. I would agree.
Keep your eyes peeled for trouble, Ace.
Kill him.
No, I don't.
Repent and accept our righteous judgment.
Oh, and a random gladiator shot coming out of nowhere.
Alright, so I think I just have to wait for this guy to jump out now.
Yes. Wait till it jumps out, and then you return to Oxford. And we're gonna go to Perry. And move on with our 26 program. 26 program.
Well, I'm sitting there from getting that point. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my.
Oh, there you go. It's a good,
draw my end of night.
Yeah, I know. I saw that you were smart. You did some pre-work last time.
Yeah. This time I'll just sit here.
Mm-hmm. I can't see how many subscribers we're up to, but I believe last time I looked, it was over 250.
That's amazing. We're just like 200,000 or so away from getting a 200,000 badge.
Hey!
We're gonna take off any minute now, though. So.
It's gonna go super viral.
Yeah. No, I would rather no one ever know that this show exists.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I have much more fun just doing stuff I love than being a popular Ben.
What about my dreams?
Yeah, what about your dreams?
They're all right. Very nice.
Thank you. Trying to salty, obviously.
No, you're clearly drawing the Wing Zero fighter.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did that on purpose.
You should have added some darker brown. That would have to the edges. That would have been perfect like that.
I feel like you guys.
Yep.
Just after this. Where is that darn dreamer?
I think it left.
Did it?
Oh, this is a good call, right? It's all
There it
twisty
is.
in here now. Thank God I have this fan.
I just want to make it alive.
See? Look at it. It's America.
Thank you.
It's America providing you with wind.
It really took some damage, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Note that her name is Transport.
Okay.
Hey, keep the freaks away,
What's up,
all right?
lady?
And her voice acting is interesting. It's not as, perhaps as professional as the previous one.
I just want to make it alive.
Now, obviously, this shipped on 1.44 megabyte diskettes originally, so it did not have the full speech. Come on.
So was that a change with this? Was there a CD version that included all these things?
Yeah. So the only CD version there is of Privateer includes Righteous Fire and full speech. So
okay, yeah, that's the one I have. I have the split edition where it's Righteous Fire and Strike. I mean, Privateer and Strike Commander.
And in fact, the Privateer itself, the CD version, came out very shortly after Righteous Fire, so there really was not time for another mission disc.
Tab on the CD.
Okay, there she goes.
Nothing like going fast.
Oh,
huzzah! Look at that.
You rarely see the jump from that side.
That is true. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of jumping out, and if you do, typically it's a fighter or something that's going away.
So there you guys go. You got a rare treasure.
Yep. Everything's a treat on this. We never
until our Halloween episode. That's all gonna be tricks.
Doom doom doom. When we're really gonna
Now
turn
entering
into
an automatic lamp.
What would be like the most boring franchise from the '90s to have a streaming show about?
Free Space.
That was too obvious, though.
Hello, Masterson. I'm back.
What else?
Great.
Like, what would be something
What's
like,
next?
I need you to deliver our 20th
Sequest?
century artwork
It's a
collection
game.
to Perry Naval Base in Perry.
It's a Sequest game?
The job pays
That sounds
10,000.
terrible.
Return here afterwards. How about it?
like the
Great,
Doom
I'll see
streaming
about
show where you talk about it's the Doom lore, all about hell and Satan.
That'd be cool.
Satan. I guess that's why I just spoiled the show. We're gonna come in as cyber demons.
Got some new missiles in case we run into a new kind of enemy fighter.
I love how here is this rapid. That's what Privateer is. Sometimes it's just rapid clicking.
It's the cookie clicker of the game.
Because. Right.
Okay, so let's say sax tone.
Yes, you're gonna go. Well, you can go Sasto, you can go XXN Detroit Perry. As well. Silly, silly me. Saxo actually adds a.
Does it?
Yes. You want to go XXN. Or no, it's both the same?
I think they're both the same.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry about that.
But I believe you and I thought about it.
Yeah, okay.
You're about to suck.
Oh no, you're
buddy.
alright. I didn't see that line there. That was the squares, grids. Yep, trying to think what else, but yeah.
Are these hired hunters?
It could be.
It's odd that they
die. Let's double check.
Odd that I can't seem to befriend them.
I don't know.
Killing
This
you
doesn't
will
say
put
anything
me
about it,
in
so
the
I'm not
black,
positive.
boy.
I mean, you are carrying a load of artwork.
Killing you
so.
will put me
Yeah,
in the
maybe they're
black,
after my artwork.
boy.
Well, you're not gonna kill me, because I'm gonna get away.
Sweet pictures, bro. That's what they're thinking.
The advantage is mine.
But yes,
Now
make through
you
this. So
die.
what else we think? So next week we have.
Next week we've got the Wing Commander
3DO.
3DO Lacanda missions. Those are going to be quite different.
Okay. Book club to go along with that.
Book club to go along with that. It'll be chapters 9 through 15 in Heart of the Tiger.
Whoa! A heavy reading session.
They're very short chapters. Sometimes they're just like 2 pages.
That's true. What else might we do next week? More Righteous Fire, obviously. We'll have some of that, or I don't know. Maybe we should do something. Maybe we'll plug in some Armada or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Prepare to be searched.
Pretty some exciting stuff.
Maintain
Yeah, we'll
speed
figure.
and
We'll
course.
shake it up. We'll do some different games. Maybe we should have some non-play gameplay segments.
One thing I
We haven't
have
done-
coming in the
No
mail
contraband detected.
is
You may
a.
proceed.
I have coming in the mail a special treat, which is a box of Wing Commander CCG cards.
Oh, that's right.
So we're gonna have a day where we open an entire box of the CCG. It's gonna be fun, damn it.
Yep.
Whack up more retros.
Yeah, we should do that. Maybe we'll maybe crack out one of our other segments. Go to the segment archive, actually.
Yeah, and in fact, anybody out there has questions you'd like to see addressed in detail, let us know. We
can
do a
Gore
question and
Car-
answer. We haven't done a Gore Car Talk in a while.
So yeah, Gore Car Talk would be a good one.
So post to the comments if
yeah.
you have like some Wing Commander in-depth question we can go
can
into.
explore, yeah.
I would love to do a T-bomb, A-bomb comparison.
We can do Mikhail's Navy. Certainly, we can look into all these things. Yeah, we kind of fell into the privateer summer with you.
Whoa, what's this?
Hello, who are you, stranger danger?
Oh, something different. So we are already meeting our new ship for the game.
Yep.
Which, to spoil things that are going to happen, we will find out that it's a Kilrathi ship that is being sold to another faction.
Yep.
The interesting question is whether or not at this point we're supposed to know these are Kilrathi ships. Because this is the Salthy model from Super Wing Commander. And they are indeed supposed to be surplus Kilrathi ships, and they're called Salthy in the internal game files. So I don't know if they're expecting us to be familiar with Super Wing Commander and say, oh, it's the Kilrathi, or if that's just total coincidence. But they're a lot tougher than Talons.
Yeah, and it's like in the look of them too. It could, you could assume it to be Kilrathi, but you could also see it being something else as well. The color scheme is just. It's not like brown enough or red enough to really give you full Kilrathi.
Yeah, you only definitively know they're Kilrathi if you have played Super Wing Commander.
Yep.
But it's also a totally valid thought that someone might have played Super Wing Commander.
Yeah, Scout.
Well, I don't know.
Scout said he thought they looked like more human ships than Kilrathi when he saw them. So yeah.
Interesting.
Keep your distance.
See, because they can, not knowing what they were, they
Now entering an automatic lane.
they can surprise you.
So that was it for the first Oxford series of the game.
Yep.
And
we have and after that we have how many series total? 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 series in total in Righteous Fire.
All right, so we'll keep playing Righteous Fire
Yep.
over the next couple weeks, and you're gonna enjoy it. So with that, let's sign our flight book.
Yes, sir.
While we were waiting for that transport to jump out, I drew a nice gold spaceship.
The salty of the evening, if you will.
Yes.
We've got plenty of salties, whether it be Wing Zero.
Feeling salty about how good this is.
Ho, ho, ho. Don't get ahead of yourself, you salty bastard. All right.
I think in the lore of Wing Zero, it's actually supposed to be the pirate fighter, and the Karathi or the Trilaki is the pink thing.
Ah.
So there's a whole world of this Wing Zero that we can play sometime.
A whole new world.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Book Club is next week. We encourage you to join us.
Yep.
Let us know if you have any Wing Commander questions you'd like to see us address, any Wing Commander things you'd like to see us do. Talk Wing Commander at us. Here's Clyde.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Dr. Clyde Burrows from the Omnicron Institute. It looks like the battle for the Deneb sector is really heating up. Deneb isn't just a major Confederation base, it's something you can see with your naked eye tonight. Deneb is one of the brightest stars in our night sky, easily identifiable as part of the constellation Cygnus, the Swan. Deneb is a blue-white supergiant that's thousands of times larger and brighter than our own sun. Astronomers believe that Deneb is about 800 parsecs from Earth and that it will become a supernova in the next several million years. See you on the next exciting episode of All Wings Considered.